Start over.
Welcome to tonight's Dungeons and Dragons. I will be your dungeon master. So last we left our adventuring party, you guys had come across a Goliath.
Hi.
Yes, hi. Goliath village. Upon entering it, you found it decimated, bodies strewn along the roads. Kaz, seeing the enemy, sprung into action. Didn't even give anybody any chance to react, and went into a frenzied rage, chopping down bad guys. Everyone else followed suit. After some harrowing acrobatics by Silas, he was able to rescue most of the party that had fallen. Pele being invisible, unable to get hit, and
I'm listening for that.
yeah.
When she goes down, I'm like, I don't know, because I won't be
Swage with his
fire.
new abilities, enacting some pretty cool area of effects.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Issei, who
Lightning bolt.
he tried to be a distraction and then realized that hurts too much, and then said lightning bolt.
I have definitely been keeping my eyes on like lines of enemies now. Any suggestions for when lightning's a good idea? And edit on the last one.
After
I'm going
a
for lines
long,
enemies, so I'm not in that line.
grueling battle, you guys were able to defeat the enemies that had taken over this village. As such, Pele, unfortunately, tried the most noblest yet probably foolish thing in the world by stabbing a fleshy, gibbering mouth-looking creature and tried to absorb their memories, which she did successfully, getting all 5 of their mental images shot into her brain. As such, she did find some valuable information, which she disclosed with the party somewhat coherently, and was on the verge of passing out. And that is where we left off at the end of the session. So, that being said, it is still probably about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It is still dark out. It is cold. There are embering fires taking over at least one of the huts. The other one is shattered completely, and you are all weary and beaten to a degree. That being said, what would you guys like to do?
So I think in the RP, did you have Pele RP tell? Well, you told us everything at the end of that last session, right?
I thought we ended right after the sanity check.
After she made her sanity
Okay,
check.
so you haven't told anybody anything yet?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, so I think then at the end of the RP that we did, I had run back over here.
Yeah, you'd run over to talk to her, and that's where I picked up, because she did say in her RP, I couldn't remember if you actually said it to the group,
I didn't say anything.
Or if you just recounted
It
Oh, okay.
in the RP, yeah,
All right.
just to kind of have those notes.
I have a log somewhere.
But okay, so you're running over. Pele's down in the snow, and I guess like as you're running over, you kind of like see her like trying to get back up, and holding her head, and just like looks up, sees you, and is like, "They're survivors.
In the village?
They took them." And do I know what direction they went? No.
No, but you do know there are also survivors in the village where you guys are.
That's right. There's some here in the huts. You said one of them's still burning. Which one's burning? Is it close to
The
us?
the one where you killed the creature.
Oh, heard that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up and try and start controlling the flames to go out.
Go ahead and make me actually a wisdom.
Are you visible at this time?
Yeah, I dropped it
Did
when I
it-
punched the
oh, okay.
switch. Yeah.
Once
Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom save.
if she's able to put them out once they're out, I'll run in.
Ew, no. Haha, 8.
You feel as if a sledgehammer just hit you in the head. It is very painful to even try and exert any type of force right now.
She's gonna fall back to the ground.
I'm gonna run into the burning hut
Okay.
After,
to look for survivors.
since I see Issei running there, then I'll turn back around and help Pele back up.
Okay.
I'll as you go to help me, I'll grab you and say, "No, there's more in the other huts."
Cool.
Yeah, you just ran into a burning.
Yeah.
So you ran in. You see the dead. You see the dead gibbering mouth-looking thing. It is lifeless. You do see a couple of corpse bodies that are in the corner off to the side. What do you want to do while you're in there?
I want to check the bodies that are on the ground to see if any of them have any life.
Go ahead and make me a...
Medicine.
No, make me an investigation first.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Because you're just looking right now. You're not actually physically touching.
Yeah, just the.
Yeah.
No, you just pull.
Oh, that's not good. You said investigation.
It's from Arizona.
Oh, it's good shit, huh?
Yeah.
14.
A 14. You don't see any of those bodies moving. The blood is kind of coagulated, so your kind of best bet is that they're not alive. But after a few seconds of in there, kind of looking and kind of walking around a little bit to get a scan of the area, you do hear what sounds like rustling movement underneath your feet.
Okay, I would like to investigate that.
Okay. As you look around, you do find what looks to be like a trap door.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out to the group. I found a trap door in the house, in the burning house.
I'm gonna push you to go to the trap
I thought
door.
he was gonna go searching other houses.
Yeah, you mentioned
that's
you
right,
mentioned
that's
that to
right.
me. Yeah, I'll go. So which one is he saying then? The one above, right above us?
right above
Yeah.
you guys.
Okay, so then I'll check the one right below us then.
Switch, can you turn your aura off?
Oh,
Since
yeah.
we're not in combat anymore.
No, it stays up.
Well, you guys are out of combat right
I'm
now.
joking.
It's kind of distracting because every time you move, your aura moves with you, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I saw it out of the corner of my eye on his laptop, and I was
Yeah.
like,
I'm gonna run over to Pele and just start patching up what I can, whatever. Do you have physical damage? No. So I'm looking her over to see what
You can do a medicine check.
medicine or insight, one
Yeah.
of those two.
Yeah, you can-
Medicine.
I imagine they're probably similar.
Huge bonus on insight versus medicine.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I'm sorry, hun. Did you fall down? I'm looking for like a bonk on her head. I know she's hurt somewhere.
After the
Pele's too tough to not.
after the
nothing
beating
bad
and
can
after the
happen to her.
fight, you were just kind of drained. So you just kind of give her a cursory glance, checking kind of vital areas, and you don't see anything, and you're just like,
You get a bandage anyway.
Yeah.
Like the kid's bandage. Wrapped around.
I'm missing 2 health points, so.
I'd say that would cover your 2
Alright,
hit points.
I'm gonna try and stand up again to like try helping and like kind of like make 2 steps and then just like throw up.
Okay. So
What, after informing the group of what I found, instead of waiting, I'm trying to open the trapdoor.
okay. As you go to lift the handle, how do you do it?
I'm assuming I can see the door,
Yeah.
and then like maybe so then I'm standing on the side opposite of the hinges, and just with a deep, wide, low base, and both hands, just trying to pull the trapdoor open.
Oh, you're able to pull it up, no problem. So
Good
you
lift.
just lift it up.
And throw it open.
Okay. So you're trying to yank it off the hinges and throw it.
No, I'm just trying to yank it up so that it's open. and-
Oh yeah. You're
Okay,
able to do that.
Okay. What do I?
No traps go off or anything.
Yeah, cool. That would have been bad.
It's a trap door, not a trapped door.
Yeah.
The door's trapped. You freed the door.
By the way, the door was a mimic. That is the trap.
What do I see?
You see a darkness at first until your eyes kind of adjust because you do have dark vision.
What
Right?
the heck?
Okay. As you start to peer down and get the outlay of the grayish kind of hues, as the darkness kind of adjusts to your eyes, you're able to see what looks to be about 3 figures down there, kind of huddled in the corner. Anybody else while he's doing that?
He said people are in there, right?
Yeah.
And I would have entered the building.
Okay.
I think I would have crawled on the ceiling just to be creepy.
Okay. It's on fire.
Creepy and safe.
Because we
The
haven't had
ceiling
enough
is
of
on
that.
fire.
Well, I mean, it's the whole side of that wall is on fire. He just walked through it because he's in a metal fucking armor, and you're just gonna walk in with him.
Sure. If he's in there, I'll rush in. After.
All right. As you walk in, your hair start to singe and burn.
Smell wonderful.
Yeah. It smells it's like if you ever had that like burnt hemp smell. Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Perfect.
Yeah. As you walk in, yeah.
Burn this.
I was gonna go to the one below us.
Okay. As you get to the front door, you can see it is kind of closed, but it looks like it's been broken. But like they kind of closed it afterwards. As you get to it, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna knock on it first
Okay.
and say in Giant that it's safe and that you can come out now, and then listen to see if there's any response.
As you knock and you speak in Giant, you don't hear anything.
Okay, I'm gonna try to push the door open.
As you push the door open, you can see stains of blood and drag marks coming out of the house. You can see furniture is kind of flipped. Doesn't look like anything's in there.
I'll kind of help Pele over towards one of the fires and just kind of sit down and he doesn't really know what to do, so he'll try to cast Lesser Restoration, not sure if it's going to help.
Okay.
And he'll take out the Ashen Bloom that he bought in, or the last town we were at. It's like, no, what's the name of the last town? Doesn't matter.
Say the
That was like 10 sessions ago.
I know, right? It was like a day, 2 days
Selena?
ago.
No.
Well, that was the capital.
That's the
Yeah,
capital.
the capital.
That was the last town we were in.
That was the last town. The one you were in before that was the Astral City, and then before that you were in a different area.
Yeah, where we did all the
Daring
shopping
Doll or
lots.
whatever.
Yeah, in the Fort City.
Yeah. So I'll take out this Ashen Bloom, which is like and I'll sit you down by the fire and just start to talk to you in like slow, almost like a guided meditation. And pull out one of the petals of this flower, and as I pull them out, and take out my cup from my mess kit and my endless decanter of water, and just like pour a cup of cold water, and like set this petal in it, and it starts to dissolve. And over 10 minutes, it turns like crimson boils. And then I just hand this warm cup to you.
Which craft is this?
Magician.
I purchased this flower in the last city in the capital, and it only grows where the earth is charred from a phoenix's fire. You can have all the flower. I don't know what else it does, but they told me to put it in water.
Do I drink it?
Yes,
That's what they told you.
that's what they told me to do.
I'll start.
Don't drink that cup.
I'll take a sip of it first.
Okay. As you start to sip it, first it's very cold, almost like the air around you. It feels like a little bit of frostbite on your tongue as it goes down, and then as it goes through your throat and down into your chest and your stomach, you can feel it start to heat, and it warms you. Warms you like you've never felt before. Almost back home, next to the volcano, as magma is kind of slowly oozing out of the side, is probably the closest that it feels that type of warmth to you. As you're sitting there kind of getting this energy from this petal, it almost revitalizes you mentally, spiritually, and physically. You still have your sanity points taken, but you do feel a lot better.
And mechanically, what that does is gets rid of one level of exhaustion. If it was fitting, so.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She'll keep.
See, I
drinking it.
remembered. That's why I said what I said.
That was for him.
Roofie Colada. No.
Oh, chill, man. Sold me the wrong shit again.
Hey, Chill Man's not here, man. Okay. I feel like he would have loved Chill Man.
Maybe I'll shoot you with one of the dope crossbow bolts that I have. It's
Oh
filled with
yeah.
dope.
Yeah. Like in real life, or
Now we had a fun game we played when we were kids like that.
So, I want to look to see if there's any, because the camp would be pretty familiar with the construction of the buildings, I guess.
Yeah.
To see if there's any kind of like basement-y areas or like a loft in there or anything.
Yeah, you're able to go through. You do find a loft area. You don't find a trapdoor like Issei had in his, but you don't see any signs of life in that house.
Okay.
So I'm gonna yell through the window to Kaz, like, because he's in the building behind me.
Yeah.
Kaz, can you pull the dire wolves out? Maybe they can find survivors faster.
Okay, that's a really good idea. So I'll blow.
And I'm walking around just like bandaging people, like Sway just sitting there being all sweet and nice, and like that weird medic who doesn't say anything. I just bandage him behind him.
Wrapping my forehead as
Yeah.
I'm
Not that invasive.
It reminds me of that scene in freaking Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, where his like aide is like fixing him up while he's having like a full blown conversation. So as you call out to wolves, you give them their command, and they start searching. It takes them probably about 2 or 3 minutes before one of them pings on this house over here, and then another one pings on this house over here.
I'm also yelling that I've found survivors in the basement.
Well, you're not sure of that yet. You see them.
He's
What
optimistic.
would you like to do?
I would like to yell to everyone that I found something in the basement that's alive.
Not again.
Survivors?
I don't know.
They alive?
I'll find out. And as I'm yelling to everyone and letting them know that I plan on going down, I'm going to take a quick survey of the path heading down to the 3 figures and make my way carefully down as carefully as I can.
Yeah, it's
down
just a small set of
stairwell.
wooden steps. Probably only like maybe 6 or 7 steps deep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not super big. It's really, it looks like it was just used for like storage of meats or barrels that they had in the house.
Okay. I'm gonna try to approach them and try to
Do you have a light source?
with dark vision. Do I need one?
It's completely up to you, but I mean, just put yourself in their shoes coming down.
Fair enough.
That would be pretty.
That's
As
why
I'm-
I'm
as I'm
trying to
getting-
end
as
this.
I'm- as I'm-
Clink, 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 clink.
As I'm getting ready to go down, I
Start
will
poking at him.
use another one of my devices that I remembered utilizing with the shadow giant.
Yeah, your
that
potted
we-
lighted plant. Got it. Cool.
I will toss it down the stairs.
As
So
you
that it-
as you do toss it, you see 2 of them kind of flinch and kind of huddle behind one of the taller figures.
I try to call out to them to, as innocently as possible, let them know that I'm not a threat and that I want to help them because the building is on fire.
Okay. After a few moments, you see a very ashen and somewhat what's the right word? Starved. Goliath. Yeah, gaunt. There you go. Goliath female come forward. Hair is just completely a mess. It looks like she's been in hiding since the attack, which was a couple days ago. As she comes out and she kind of peers up, she sees you in your metal armor and kind of like flinches back just a little bit, and you can see the 2 figures that are coming up behind her look like children.
Okay. I will allow my helmet to recede back
Okay.
so that she can see my face so that I'm less demeaning. And because I realize that she is not the same race as me, but reminds me of something that Kaz might know, I start to yell out to Kaz specifically because he may have a better lead on communication with
Okay.
the figures in the basement.
As you're talking, the female starts to talk to you. Of course, you can't understand what she's saying because it is Goliath.
I don't know Goliath.
Goliath speak giant, though, right?
Or giant, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I hear what they're saying from here?
They're not talking very loud. And
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't know where in the burning building.
So, anybody else before I go to Kaz?
I'm drinking the brew.
Drinking your roofie tea. Got it. Cool.
Yep.
You're in the building.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out in case there was something bad. I don't think his gross face is really a good thing to jump down into the dark hole with. I think I was just there in case it was.
Do you speak
trap?
giant?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright. Then you wouldn't have understood what she
I
was
have
saying.
no idea. Yeah, I think I was just there for backup if he needed it. But definitely not any kind of personal relations with
Cass?
that face.
I'm sure I probably taught you a few words of giant here.
Calm.
So initially, Kaz was going to start heading towards one of the two buildings that I hadn't decided yet which one. But instead, once he hears Issei yell for him, I'll run into the building as well.
Okay. As you go in, you see the trapdoor is flung open. You can kind of see a little bit of the top of Issei's helmet head as it's kind of receded back. No pun intended. You can hear a woman talking to him as he's kind of like, I don't know what you're. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. And you hear her sitting there, basically recounting what happened to the village and all the death and people being taken away.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her that that we've killed everything out there for now, and that we're here to help and get them somewhere safe.
Okay.
Do you recognize her?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What was your nickname? What was your nickname besides being the before you were exiled?
Before I was exiled, Giant Slayer.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure though. Okay. Do you recognize her? Go ahead and make me a history check.
Or even if not her, like maybe like tattoos that she might have that might indicate what tribe she's from. Not great. 10.
A 10. With a 10, you... Not that you recognize her, but you do recognize this to be the southern tribe. One of 5 that are in the area. Yours being, of course, the central, and then the other 4 kind of outline, almost like in a semicircle.
Mm.
Excuse you. I know you're hungry. You're gonna have to wait. As the other 4 kind of outlay, you have the south, and then you have south, east, and west, and then east and west tribes themselves, respectively. You've only passed through here maybe a handful of times, so her face being unnoticeable would probably be common. As you normally, when you came in, you had a job to do, take care of something that was going on, or a creature or a monster that was in the area. So, yeah, that's about all the information you really know about her specifically.
Okay.
Come on. No, that's enough. As you start to talk to her and tell her that you're here to help, she kind of sees you and recognizes that you're Goliath. You hear her sit there and she makes a small prayer, and she kind of ushers the kids forward, and you can see them. They don't look great, but they don't look like they've been harmed. As they start to get closer to the stairs, they kind of look at Issei's armor at this point, and they're kind of infatuated by it a little bit, as it's
You were their knight in shining.
kind of shiny, to an extent with soot and stuff, you know. But yeah, they kind of it almost feels a little bit normal to that extent.
Okay.
I like stand up a little bit straighter.
And how? So at this point, how on fire is the building?
That whole wall is starting to like catch pretty good now.
So the doorway is on fire, basically.
Well, no, that side of the wall is.
The roof is.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
on the wall.
The lightning bolt went through like one.
Okay. So,
I
but
just-
can we get through the front door without them having to go through like flames?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about
Yeah. So I'll get them out and then get them over with.
His long limb have him
over with Swage and Pele,
Oh yeah.
and then
I'm
I
assuming
don't
Swage
know.
and Pele are over by this
Like
fire.
every 6 seconds.
I was-
is really
I was
good.
thinking the top.
the top. Yeah.
I'll assist helping the supposed mom and kids get out.
And then once they're over there, I'll run to check the closest house that the wolf pinged on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to give whatever help action needed.
Yeah, we'll go there. Vaughn is kind of just in his own little Bond space.
Texas.
That whole fucking
That's
lot.
what-
That was really good. I was not expecting it to be that like in depth
Oh,
and
man, it
detail.
was so
Like
good.
that was great.
So it says everyone killed it
Yeah.
this week.
I was
Everyone.
fucking dying.
Did you? You didn't do a monologue, did you?
I didn't go sleep.
It was
Yeah,
just
but-
Issei's rage and
You could still do a monologue. Just
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I usually wait
I
for
did one.
like change of scene and then kind of recap my thoughts on it.
okay.
I killed it by default just because I haven't, and I made one.
you made one here. Oh, that's- yeah. Once I start kind of regaining sense and can like talk about throwing up, I'll start recounting to Swage and if Silas is still over there, Silas, and when Issei comes over,
Yeah, he's like
he'll hear
a few steps
some of
away
it.
to give you privacy, but not so far away that he's still oddly keeping an eye on you, just like something's not right. But he's gonna take you at your word.
Yeah, so I'll just start like recounting like what I saw, like all five.
You can see little birds flying around her head.
I have cartoon vision.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Alright,
Super effective.
so,
If I know, I mean, at this point, I know people are searching buildings. I'm gonna boogie over to this building.
Yeah, there was this other building with a dog.
yeah, this one over here. Alright, so as you guys come up to the doors, you can see they're closed and it looks like they're locked from the outside. Like someone has put a bar on the door so it can't be opened.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did. I'm gonna knock pretty loud and giant, say that it's safe to come out now, and then wait a bit and see if I hear anything.
After a few moments, you do hear what sounds like banging on the door, and you can hear in Goliath, "Let us out."
Let me in.
I'm backing you
No,
up.
it's locked on your side.
Outside from the
They
outside.
have the bar on.
Like
They're locked inside,
in.
not.
Oh, I thought the bar was on the inside. Okay,
I was
my
confused why you were knocking on the door.
my mind blanked on the part that part.
Unlock.
Okay, so
Kaz is still raging. He's
Open.
comprehension not working.
I tap Kaz on the shoulder.
It's
It's
a
a
push.
bar. I can't do a trick here, but it's a
Pulling.
bar.
It's a push.
oh man, I'm sorry.
Hey Kaz,
Oh man,
the lock is on this side.
sorry. I'm still really angry, and I'll open the bar.
As you open the bar, you can hear the door open. As it does, the smell hits you in the face of just fecal matter and sweat and
Tears.
people.
Damn.
Despair.
Yeah. As these people went through some shit. I'm not sugarcoating it.
It's ode to concentration camps.
Yeah. As you sit there and start to kind of look inside with what little bit of moonlight and firelight that you have coming from the fire over there, you can see it's probably got about 10 or 15 people in there. All older Goliaths, probably near the end of their lifespan. Just a bunch of elderly people. Looks like they haven't been really fed in a day or two.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell them that it's safe to come out, and then get them outside where I can see them, and then see if I recognize anybody,
Okay.
and then but then like they basically try to lead them up towards where I took the others to.
Okay. As they come out, not in, some of them in single file, some of it holding each other up as they come out. You do recognize at the very end one of the elderly women that comes out. She is wearing a bunch of beads that are wrapped around her neck, and she has a walking staff with her. As she comes out, You recognize her to be the village elder's wife.
From my village?
No, not from yours. From this village
Okay.
specifically. From the southern village. As you've been here before, you've had dealings with the elder, so you've met her before.
Okay, so I'm gonna not like take her aside or anything, but like go and talk to her specifically, and get her to, if she's able to and wants to, tell me what happened.
Okay. As you get close to her, she kind of is been looking down this whole time, and has like this very somber look on her face. As you get closer, and she can hear your approaching footsteps, she looks up and she sees your face. As she looks at you, you can see what looks like hope come back to her face. As her eyes kind of light up, and she gives a half-cocked smile as she sits there, and she goes, in giant but very elderly, says, if it isn't the giant slayer.
Speaks of elder.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stop her when I hear her say that, and tell her that's not my name anymore.
That's the name that I have known you by, and that is the name I shall call you by. Especially after
The honor.
did you do all this and free us?
Me and my friends, yes.
Friends of the giant slayer. Well, good fortune is upon us then. As she slowly starts to walk down the steps and gets closer towards you. You can see now some of the other elder that were walking ahead of her kind of stopped, and they've turned around now, and they're all looking at you.
I
He
told
makes
I
that
was
face.
I was
I see it. I see it.
That was like if I was putting that on the recording, like the picture of your face, like that's Kaz's face.
so I thought I had said, but I want like her to tell me what happened if she's up to telling me.
Oh yes. It's just like come, let's sit by the fire. Let these weary bones rest. As she goes over and finds the nice stump to sit on, and she'll call you over, and we'll switch over to. You're over in the other one. You see,
Yeah,
you can start to see people coming out now.
I'll knock on the door because I heard him do that. I can't speak giant, so I don't know. I do know calm because he tells me calm all the time, but that's all I know.
Okay,
So I think I would just be
you're
like,
knocking on
calm,
After a few seconds, you hear a couple of banging, and you hear somebody speaking. Then it stops, and then it starts back up again with more banging. At this point,
I just try to open the door the best I can.
okay, it's just a bar.
I know how to open it.
Yeah. So you're able to open it. As you do, you actually can see inside. This one has a bunch of children.
Oh, perfect.
No.
Great. Terrifying face.
As they open the door,
Pee on them.
they see you. About 2 or 3 that are behind what looks to be like the eldest of the children. Probably the equivalent of, I don't know, a 10, 12-year-old kid.
Like mine.
Yeah. Kind of look up at you, and they're kind of like drawn back a little bit, and the other kids that are behind them kind of slowly start slipping back as they see you. After a few seconds, the elder 2 kids, they can see the elder starting to form up by the fire right by the hut, and they just slowly skirt past you and kind of like make themselves a wall between you and the other kids as they're bringing them out. Like, come on, get the fuck out! Like,
I'm gonna try to nuzzle him like a dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. It's like, it's fine.
this one of the girls is sitting there and she's just looking at you, nuzzling this other kid. Like, is he gonna? Yes, is kind of like what she kind of says in giant underneath her breath.
I think I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a real solid job.
As you're sitting down with the elder, you can see all this happening. By the way,
I'm okay with it. Like, yeah. I trust.
They're kind of like
I'm
squinting
I'm
out.
trying to usher them over there comfortably. I don't know how to talk
It's
to
not
them.
a taste
Dog
testing.
They're learning a valuable life lesson right now.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
As the elder sits down with you,
These are not nice.
she explains.
Huh?
These are not nice.
Are they good?
I'm going back for a second.
yeah, those are the brownies
I need to
over
get
there.
up and get one.
As she starts to recount what happened, you find out that probably about a week ago, the mountain, the big mountain in the back, which is normally reserved as sanctuary ground for the Goliath gods, as that's his territory, began to rumble. Rumble like it never rumbled before. Some people thought it was the god fighting something, but then a couple of days later, reports of strange creatures started coming out of the mountain. Then, about the beginning of the week, a group or a horde of these creatures had descended upon their village, and after a grueling day and a half of fighting these creatures, they had lost. As such, that giant, shadowy creature that you guys killed basically took over the elder's hut and made an example out of her husband by killing him in front of everybody, by sucking what looked to be life essence coming out of him, is the only way she could describe it, leaving him a hollowed husk on the ground, and then leaving the elderly as well as the ones that were infirmed into the huts to be experimented on by whatever these things were. They also, she did say that there was some weird looking humanoid people that were there as well with black cloaks and red hoods that were there as well.
I would have saw like snippets of that in my.
You didn't see the red cloaks, or the
Okay,
black
okay,
cloaks
got
and the red hoods, but you did see the battle itself. From knowing what he knows, I'm just gonna let you know out of character or out of game that the ones that you took the memories from were warriors of the tribe.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's your show, man. I'm just living in it, bro.
What do you think?
This stuff is really strong. I know.
That Arizona shit.
No, it's that gummy worms. I got stuck on my teeth.
Oh.
I saw, and then you went back for
And
the
then you
second.
ate it.
It was already in there. Like,
He's like, man,
No
I got
shame,
the
no
munchies.
it's not like it's from somebody else's mouth. Like, I didn't pick it up off the ground.
That would be weird.
I'm done doing that.
I haven't done that in at least 2 weeks.
We're going back to valuable life lesson here.
What did Victor say that last week about? He said plenty of something like was it dog food? Did he eat dog food?
Yeah, he's eating plenty of
yeah,
dog
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did he not get more shit? Why did he not get more shit for that?
Because it's Bond.
I get.
Honestly, it's every week
After his
with Bond.
taxes nightmare, I was like, yeah, you eat dog.
Oh man. Oh man.
You gotta save that money, man. I get it.
We have higher expectations of you.
On a different topic, look, I got a new shape.
Oh,
There you go.
So then after she tells me that, I'm going to leave them and the rest of her there with the doctor, basically, because that's what Swage, is good at.
Swade's over here taking care of Paige
Yeah.
right now.
Well, yeah, but like they're
I'm doing my rounds.
they're nearby. Like
Yeah.
Kaz knows Swage can help with stuff like that, so he knows that's where to take him. And I'm gonna go look Even though the wolves didn't hit the other buildings, I want to go check the other 3 that we didn't check.
So,
I'll stay right on your heels.
the one, this one down here.
These 3, I won't bother knocking on. I'm just gonna kind of like bust in.
Okay. This one, as you bust in, you can actually see a couple more of those gibbering mouth things. One of which is dead. 2 of which are still alive, but they haven't looked like they've moved in a while. You just kind of hear them moaning.
So,
What do you think, buddy?
after seeing that, Kaz is gonna, kind of get sick. Feel like he's gonna get sick again, but pull out that the alchemy jug, and use the oil option to cover like the inside of the building and the monsters in oil, and then walk out and throw in a lit torch,
Okay.
and then go on to the next building.
Okay. The other buildings, you don't find anything. As you...
I'm just thinking about like you say like following him and like seeing Kaz like setting the oil and stuff. I wonder what he is. And then like he just like walks out, leaving me behind, and then like throws the match in him. Oh shit!
You can't look back though. You got a cool guy moment.
As the explosion goes off in the background.
Shrapnel.
As I run and catch up. Okay. And then I try to play it off like I knew he was doing the whole time.
Yeah. No, the place does catch ablaze. After a few seconds, the whole building itself catches on fire. You do hear some gurgling and a little bit of a death scream come out. Go ahead and make me a insight check.
This is triggering Swage's nightmares. Can I have a sip of that? That ashen bloom tea.
Okay, well, hand it some. As she's like starting to shake now from the screams.
Well, that's not great. 5.
All the
5.
nightmares are about
As you're kind of walking away, you kind of get this pull on your heart for only a second, but it's a comforting kind of pull, and you can hear just ever so softly. It's almost as if the wind itself said it. Thank you.
I'm gonna change that alchemy jug back to beer and take a big drink out of it. And then once everybody else is over by the fire, I'm gonna start dragging all the bodies I can find. Not the weird, gory Hellraiser mess over there, but because Goliaths don't really bury their dead; they leave them out. It's like a sky burial kind of thing where they leave them out for the vultures to eat. So I'm gonna drag them all out into the open, but leave them all just away from us in the other part of the village.
Okay. As you start doing that, a couple of the other elders see you, some of the elder males, and they get up to start helping you. Even the 2 older children come and they try and help as best they can as well.
I'm not gonna stop any of them from helping. So.
After a few moments of moving some of the bodies, you can see an elder female. She's kind of slumped down on her knees, and she's singing a song. You know it to be the burial song that all Goliaths sing after battle.
The Black Parade.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got like this really goaty throat sound to it.
the bodies.
Yeah.
No, it'd be like
It's more
it'd be like Cemetery Gates by Pantera.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be.
Just without the drums
Really throaty.
and the guitar solo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the younger group, the kids, and ask them where's your food stored at. I speak to them in giant.
They kind of look at you, and they had that back. This one right here had all their livestock, as well as was the general store for.
Okay, I tried to get some of them, the ones that look healthier, are moving around all right, to come go get food.
Okay.
Then I'll walk past Swage while he's talking to Pele, and just I don't really say anything. I walk over, just lift his wrist, go through the bangles, pop the one that has the cooking utensils on it. So now I know how to cook.
That's not gonna work until next week. I just used it on your suggestion 3 days ago.
Ah, but they're good again in a dice 4 days.
Oh, is
You
that what it
can
is?
use the
I
bangle.
okay. I haven't
Yeah,
rolled
you
that
can
before
you
yet.
can use a different bangle every day. It's just that once you use one, it's a D4 days before it's active again. So
I just remember we used that one to make that 3D printed lamb when you arrived, which was basically like 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago.
4 days?
4 days ago.
I'll see if it's charged up. See if
those
it's
are
been-
good.
yeah, if it's been 3 days, we're good.
It's a 3.
3, all right.
And I feel like I learned how to
Look shiny.
cook watching the
I'll
chef
pluck it off.
on the airship.
Yeah, you can only pluck off one a day, but after you use it, it's a D4 days before you
I've been
can
meaning
use
to keep
that one
track of
again.
that. I need to make a calendar.
It's not been
How many days
taken
in a
up-
week?
Hey, I don't want to hear it. I'm supposed to make a calendar for a whole f***ing world, okay?
Can you?
It's easy.
I have it.
You wait till January.
Yeah,
What's the
make it
problem?
up.
Why
When's
did you guys-
Kaz's birthday?
It's like this guy. We were fucking with
How
him.
old am I?
We were fucking with him last game.
What moon is it?
We're like, how many days are in a week in here? Like, and he's like 7. I was like, oh, so it's like ours. No, it's real fantasy like, right? And he's like, all right, fine.
No.
Well,
9.
No,
Stick with
12
it.
days in a week.
The GM secret is in January.
A million
Go
days
to
in a
the
week.
calendar store where they're having 50% off on a bunch. It doesn't matter what fucking year. You buy one of those big calendars.
And
You
you-
buy like
oh.
4 or 5 of them. You take them home, and every time you start a new campaign, you go flop. Scratch out the holidays, write new holidays in, but you've got a calendar with nice big spaces to add
Yeah.
notes. It's simple.
and then just change the names.
Yeah, no, you don't even change the name. Screw it. Your players aren't going to learn that. They never
is
freaking. You'll have
fantasy
one player who will learn all the proper names, and nobody
These
else
guys,
will.
these guys
What
have.
month is that?
These guys have. I'm not even lying.
What month
It's
is
been
that?
2 years. It's been 2 years. We're so engrossed in the lore now.
Yeah.
We are living it.
I know what moon is present in the sky
Yes!
at any given
Yeah.
time.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not coming
Well, it
back
also
till we get a
helps with that
fucking
'cause
calendar.
if you get the one that has like the moon phases and all that, then you can. Is it a full moon? Yes. No, it's a quarter moon. You can always look all that
The
stuff.
astrology's weird.
Which
They have,
moon,
like,
though?
leap weeks and shit.
Well, you build those kinds of
Every
things.
3 weeks we skip.
It's not leap
4
year.
Thursdays.
It's like leap every other month.
Time rewinds.
Oh, fuck, it's a leap
Live that week again.
Shit, we went forward.
They don't have leap years, they have rewind years. You get to the
Yeah,
end,
I'm
so-
12
get to
again.
the
Hey,
end,
I
so-
already have that.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Oh, no,
spring,
we should
it's not-
fast forward in
It's,
2
it's
years.
not spring forward. It's not daylight savings. It's
So if you spring back, do you just keep springing back? Are we
Yeah.
just in an endless cycle of springing back?
Oh, Benjamin Button's campaign.
Might be kind of cool. Super ineffective.
Started
Why
with
why are you
20.
adventuring
Worked
so
out
hard?
to
Because
level
I'll be underage next week. I'm trying to.
Now you're level 1. You
why
gotta
do I
figure
feel
out
like Adam
what to
Sandler in
drop.
Spanglish?
I feel like Adam Spandler and Click.
Yeah.
I didn't want that part to go by. Well,
Alright.
yes. I'm gonna go start
So you
getting
find
together.
all
I'm trying
the
to feed these people.
yeah,
They're
all the
hungry.
meat that they had, like livestock and everything, has been slaughtered and is no good. But the canned stores and the other stuff that they have in there
Right, I'm just
seems,
looking to make a
seems
nice,
salvageable.
clear broth because they haven't eaten 3 or 4 days.
How about those
Can't handle
bones in
more.
that? You got good stew going, baby.
Bone broth.
I'm making ours, which is going to be nice and thick and hearty. Theirs is going to be, you don't get to eat too much if you haven't eaten for a little while.
He's making gruel.
I mean, if we plan on sleeping soon, I can make 45 pounds of whatever you want.
Gross.
And you can make it taste good.
45 pounds.
Yeah, when I create food, it's 45 pounds of food.
I create an excessive amount.
And do it.
And he can create 45 pounds of ice.
Can he conjure 45 pounds of toilet paper after 45 pounds of food?
I do have fabricate.
Well, magic fits.
stuff.
You're a dog. What do you
There's
need the white
trees
for?
there.
I just drag ass. I'm worried about
half a ton of toilet paper stacked up.
Once I get back over there, I'm gonna give Swage the alchemy jug and offer it to you for a drink,
Hell yeah.
and then
Big go for some beer, you say?
yeah, or ale, whatever the
There needs to be a Gatorade spout on there.
yeah,
Electrolytes.
what plants
Is
crave.
it
It's great. Now that's a movie that
beer
I surprisingly held up.
I mean, I'll tell myself that to drink more beer, but no, definitely not.
Pretty sure it is.
And then I'll start trying to help patch up people if there's still people that need work done.
Okay. Alright. So all this takes approximately 2-3 hours between moving the bodies and cooking the food. Everyone kind of sitting. Some of the elders have kind of taken one of the cabins that was previously empty, didn't have any bodies or anything in it, and they've kind of cleaned it out as best they can with mop and bucket, and you can see blood running down the steps in some of the cases as they are making a makeshift area for them to sleep somewhat comfortably as a couple of them go out to the hay bales that are outside the village very cautiously with makeshift weapons and bringing bales of hay to put down so they can kind of stay warm at night.
So they've all, the children and the elders have left to go.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they've all kind of, they're basically in the process of trying to get some sleep, if that's possible. The only person that's actually still out is the elder.
That I talked to?
Yeah, the wife of the chief.
I'm gonna check on Pele to see how she's feeling now and tell her that that was really crazy stabbing that thing with that knife.
You see her kind of just like staring out into space for a minute, and like it takes her a second to like register your voice, and she's like, "Yep." And like I'll reach down to like make sure that I still have the dagger, and like
Go!
and just like make sure it's still there, and I'm like,
One knife.
this thing's really dangerous.
Let's see that.
I'm gonna
Hold it out.
I'm gonna hold out my hand, like let me hold on to that for a bit.
We can put it in the Pazuzu box.
Don't stab multiple people with it at once.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Like if you say that in character, I'll be like, that's a good idea.
That's
so I'm
what I was
gonna
do.
yeah, let's
I'll pull out the Pazuzu box and then.
yeah, and I'm gonna drop it into the Pazuzu box.
As you go to put it in the Pazuzu box, it stops and hovers right above the top.
What if you bring the box up to it and try to close it around?
As you do that, if you actually do try to do that, it
Like
floats the
catching a
knife
fly.
up.
Okay then.
Pele's gonna reach and grab it.
As you grab it, it almost kind of burns in your hand for a second. Not to the point that it hurts, but just enough to like,
She likes it.
yeah.
I'm gonna hold my hand back out to Pele again, like sternly.
As you try and put it in his hand, you feel the urge to keep it in your hand. It's up to you, but you do feel the urge.
She keeps it. And she's sitting.
Okay.
It was even, she keeps it. Odds, she gives it back. And I was like, God darn it.
Well,
Roll a 6.
I'm gonna look at you and tell you, if you had waited for us to search these houses, all of the information you got, we would have learned. That was too hot-headed.
This thing tore me apart like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I saw it take people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what direction, but
Right.
I mean, there's only really one way they could have gone from here. Especially now that he knows that the main mountain was the cause of some of this issue.
I'll say, they took people alive. Yes.
And they knew that. That knife is really dangerous. It stole your memories before.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
I just want you to be careful with it. Because stuff like that is alive. Be careful with it.
It got us information.
Just be careful. I'm gonna ask Pele how
I don't wanna
how we first met.
That's fucked up.
Oh.
What effect?
Pele is going to stand up, and she's going to walk away.
Super effective.
Pissing her off.
Aber use teleport.
She's gonna walk away, and as she walks away, the building that was on fire, she's just gonna like. Is there still some fire? Is it like maybe
Oh yeah,
out?
yeah. It's like halfway burnt
She's
because
gonna-
it was a slow ember burn.
She's gonna use control fire and just like kind of like make it engulf a little more.
How angry are you?
Pretty pissed.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, you're like a 12?
Yeah.
Or higher? Okay. As you walk by, you exert your will on this flame to kind of just make it burn a little faster. Instead, it almost engulfs in like an inferno fire. You can just hear the wood cracking and creaking as it starts to catch a blaze very fast. The heat that comes off of it is very violent, and it just creates this ball of light that just bellows out, and everyone can see it. As you walk past it, though, it doesn't feel hot to you, but your emotions kind of radiate from it, and everyone can kind of feel the heat from it. Where do you go after?
I will keep walking to outside the gate.
Okay. As you walk outside the gate, you kind of feel the dagger itself kind of trying to figure out the best way to describe this. It doesn't feel like it's happy, but it feels like it understands, and it kind of is almost sympathetic to your anger, in a sense of like it kind of feels like it gets closer to your hip, almost kind of like comforting you as you slowly put your hand on it and kind of caress it and continue to walk outside.
I'll tell it to shut up. Out loud, I'll tell it, shut up. Just keep walking. And then when I'm out the gate, I'm not gonna like leave the perimeter. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just sit out there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The dagger doesn't say anything.
I love it.
I hope it doesn't say anything. Be worried if it is actually talking or if it's just Pele losing her sanity and it's talking to her.
Oh, well. Oh.
No ideas.
Sad part is that you're picking up where he was supposed to pick up.
He would need that, but
Oh,
you're gonna check in
God.
at the front desk and all he needs is his name.
Because I had forgotten that you taken the dagger
Uh-huh.
until you used it that one time beforehand.
Yeah. So what she's talking about is usually the board
Yeah.
and it's because you could check in.
Yep,
early.
yep.
But ever since
So that
then,
you don't
I've been
have to
keeping
go
that
to
under
the
wraps.
It's a very creepy dagger.
Yes, it is. Of my own design.
I keep thinking I'm breaking the pen.
Right.
So, what is everybody else doing? As now most of the people in the village have kind of gone into one of the huts and are starting to bed down. The elder who was there saw all that go on, and she kind of gets up and she kind of gives you a look before she goes to bed.
It should be the same process. His ID may
Gives you a
scan
nod and
it'd
then
be full of that.
goes into the room.
And,
I mean,
and so Kat, I guess I should have said before, Kaz, like even though he's not like
Okay.
like crazy raging like he was before, he's still like. You ever been around somebody who's like really pissed off, and you can feel like they're getting ready to like snap? That's how he's like. That's how he is right now. That's why he's kind of a dick.
yeah. No, and honestly, like, I was trying to figure out how Pele would react, and it's like she's trying to like still remember to be sympathetic. That like you know you're going through an ordeal. That's why she walked away.
And so Kaz storms off at the same time too, and wanders back over to where the all the dead bodies are.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna climb the tallest thing that I can like look out over the walls.
That would be that tree house that Bon and
Okay, I'm gonna get up there and just basically look around. I want to determine what's the weather gonna be like for the next day, maybe. Is that a survival?
So much awkward
Like,
going on.
are
What's
there
the
any
weather?
storms coming? Anything like that?
yeah.
Does my knee hurt?
17.
17. You know tomorrow is gonna be cold. Because you are up in the mountains. But it looks like it'll be pretty clear. It doesn't look like there's any storms
Okay.
that you can tell.
Then I'm going to come back down, go outside, circle the camp in a pretty wide perimeter, and see if I can pick up the trail of the people who departed or people were taken.
Yeah.
I know it might only be one way, but I want to determine like how many were taken,
Yeah.
what might have taken them,
Yeah.
etc.
And we'll use the previous survival check. That's
Yeah.
fine. You're
I
able.
can roll better. It was a shitty roll.
No, that's all right. You had more than enough to sit there and determine that they were heading.
Yeah.
They were heading towards the big mountain that the lady was talking about. You can see there's probably another 40 or 50 tracks of Goliath, from what you can tell. Mostly adults. There are some which you would assume to be teenage or.
Oh, they'll take kids.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem.
Yeah. And then you
Can
can
I
see.
see if they're like hobbled or are they like feet chained together and from the shuffling or?
As far as you can tell, no. But you do know it is very uniformed. Their march through the snow, even though there has
Is
been.
it oddly like they're charmed or something like that? Like is it plotting like a zombie footprints of?
No, they just look like they're really uniformed, as in it's 2 by 2, going back all the way, and they're evenly spaced. So
So they might be like chained upper body, but not their legs.
yeah, exactly. You kind of infer that.
And can I tell when? Like how many days?
You know, there's been a little bit of snowfall, and judging by the surrounding area and the decay of the bodies that you've seen, you're probably looking at, probably about 2 or 3 days minimum.
Okay. Then after that, I'm just gonna go squat up in the treehouse and keep watch for the night. Make sure nothing else shows up.
Okay. Rest of you?
Was it planned to stay here for the night? What are we doing? Where's the airship? It went off to do its own thing, right?
Yeah, the airship went to the tower.
Airship went to the frost. Whatever. I have to go back. to
Rhyme?
Ryan Frost.
Ryan Frost. Yeah.
Frost Peak? Is that it?
You know, something Ryan Frost. Ryan something.
I think it's just rhyme.
Might be just Ryan. I don't remember.
Frosty Pass.
No rhyme or reason. We're in Frost Peak Pass.
No, yeah, you're right. It is Ryan. No, you guys are on the backside of
Yeah,
Ryan.
I'm just standing watch until daylight hits, and then I'm gonna
Yeah, hold on.
sack out because it's probably like 3 or 4 in the morning now.
Yeah, so we
I'm gonna
just
stay up
kind
for
of
until 8ish, 9ish, and then
Yeah, you guys are like right around here somewhere.
I'll stand near where
And the giant mountain that they're
So
talking
this
about
is-
is in the frost over here.
and let him know that whenever he's ready, I can take next watch.
yeah.
I got you.
I basically say finish before I'll sleep during the day.
So I don't think we ever really.
I'm one of those
So,
characters who can sleep
Because
wherever
I was
want.
leaving it up to you, like what the tribes were and everything. I never did any of that any of that information. Is the Cinder tribe on that
Oh, wait.
mountain there in the center?
No, it's actually just so.
Okay, well, 2 eyes are better than
As far as you know, because you've only been on this side of the continent, because the other side is Medeas. There could be Goliaths over on that side, or maybe even something else. You're not sure, but you do know. So the central is right here.
Okay,
and
okay.
Like I said, they just kind of go all around.
I got you.
Yeah. So, and your tribe is located back here next to the big,
Mm-hmm.
the big mountain.
Swage is just circling the camp and patching up people where he can. He'll find the smallest child and give them the last of the snuggle beasts that I still have. I have one more that I think I still have from Hadwin. I think I had last. It was like an owlbear snuggle beast.
Yeah, because I gave it to him.
So I think it's the sisterhood of the traveling owl beast. Give that to the smallest child in the camp, and just kind of circle the camp and seeing where everybody's starting to coalesce, if at all, because he's like a dog circling for Leoman's tiny hut. So people have to be within a 10-foot radius of him when he creates that hut that lasts for 8 hours. But it's like warm inside, and if I cast it and you're inside, you can move through it freely. But if you're outside of it, you can't come in unless it's dispelled or something. So he'll just communicate that to everybody who passes in camp and offer shelter, and then eventually we'll set up probably just in the middle of camp.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. I assume.
The name of the big mountain is Skilt. Just so you can write this down, because you would know. It's going to be Skilt.
Spell it for me.
Skilt.
Skilt.
Skilt. Yeah, that's what I said. Stein. Stein. Stein.
Skilt.
Yeah. Which you would know in Giant means runestone.
Runestone?
And that is actually Giant.
Good game.
So, I mean, I assume you would have like told us all in the earrings too, like what was going on, if we weren't all together.
Yeah, do I have an earring now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, everybody does.
Yep.
because we stole a bunch. We have extras actually now.
Yep.
We have 2 extras?
Uh huh.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
we
if
gave one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm communicating to whoever I come across and whoever I'm reaching through the. Is that just like a one push? Everybody hears it, or is it a chosen direction? How does that work?
So,
Just a connection to everybody.
it can be connected to everyone, or you can actually DM whisper specific person, but you have to actually say their name before you actually.
Okay, so not knowing how it works, it's just broadcasting.
Yeah, so you just
everybody.
broadcast everywhere. Yeah. Even the aliens that are listening in outer space can fucking hear you.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's like, hey, phone, go home.
I don't want to go.
So, Pele, while everyone else is kind of setting up, and you can kind of hear Swage kind of talking about his stuff over the comms, you see movement outside in one of the tree lines. It's not like big, and after a few seconds of you seeing like some tree branches and some snow falling, you kind of hear shit. Fuck, God damn it! Why does it have to be snow? You can see a figure kind of coming out, wearing robes.
Swear to God, if this is Wizard Fist, I'm gonna kill him.
As he comes out, you see him, and you can see bloodshot-looking irises. You, knowing him, can actually see his full figure of the horns on his back, the robe that kind of drapes down with the tasseled scroll that goes across his back neck and kind of rolls down. And you can see behind him, he's got what looks to be like a wagon sled looking thing, as he's slowly trudging it through the snow, as he's cursing, oddly enough, in fucking primordial.
So she can understand.
And he gets closer to the front.
So hearing the voice, seeing the attire, Pele's gonna get up and just run towards him. How far out is he?
He's probably about 20, 30 feet away. He's coming out of one of the tree lines. Looks like he literally went straight over the mountains from where you guys were. So he crossed over because you guys were here. So it looks like he literally just went straight through everything to get to you guys. Probably using some magic that would defy anybody to move that fast in the amount of time.
Burrowed.
But
I'm imagining like the magic bus from Harry Potter where everything jumps out of its way when it's like flying through the.
Or it gets like really skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pele's just gonna run and like go to hug him, which might end up actually being just like a linebacker attack.
as you run up, he's not even like paying attention because he's trying to get the damn cart that he's pulling from between the two trees as you barrel into him. And he kind of, well, if it isn't Bailey, I haven't seen you in, probably a week. Is everything all right?
She just like quickly like recover, stand back, and like adjust her
As he's kind of like patting your back as you're pulling away.
A week. It feels like it's been longer. And I guess for us it has.
Well, yeah, I guess it would. You guys were in some weird space, right?
Have you heard of the astral dimension?
Heard about it. Never been. Heard it's crazy there.
Days go faster in here, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I did the math. It was like 3 days. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't really matter because I am here now, right?
Yes, it's really, really great to see you.
Well, it is really good to see you, too.
Thanks.
As you sit there, you see a familiar fox kind of pop up behind his back. And
Oh,
this
boy.
one's been looking for you.
I'll hold out my hand for him.
And he kind of,
I'll like hold him and snuggle him, and I'm just like, I missed you, hooray! And I'll be like, is Jose? Yeah, Jose. Is Jose in the carriage?
hey, so I wasn't able to bring the carriage up the side of the mountain. It was a bit of a pain in the ass. But what I did do was I shrunk everything down and put it on here. As you sit there and you can see what looks to be like a dog sled. Everything is shrunk like a dog sled as he kind of walks over to one of the pouches and he kind of like flips it open. And you can see your crocodile fucking pop his head out. And he looks around and he kind of shivers for a second and then pops his head back down. He doesn't really care much for the cold.
Yeah.
As he closes it back up.
Can you say that size?
That's okay. And I'll like just like let like Jorge like sit on my neck and be like, well, you should come and say hi to everyone else.
Oh, everyone's here.
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Wait, has anybody not met Estevador?
Ise hasn't.
Okay, I couldn't remember for sure.
As we're walking in, I'll be like, we got 2 additions, and
great.
I'll tell them like their names and everything.
I wonder if they want to make a deal.
No, one of them might.
They both might.
Yeah.
Depending on what the deal is.
As he slowly begins to walk in, you can sit there and he sees the bodies and everything. And ooh, that's gonna be messy. As he gets closer to the fire where you guys are setting up with Liam in his tiny hut. Well, hello everyone! As you can see him in his full demonic form, as he's standing there. What you see literally looks like this gaunt creature from. I can only describe it as. You ever play Doom?
Yeah.
So you know, like one of the Dead Knights that's kind of like lithen and gaunt.
The Archvile.
Yeah, the Archvile.
And it raises his arms like this and brings the monsters back
Yeah,
from the dead.
yeah. So that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like he's got giant horns that protrude. And he has this scroll that has a bunch of writing on it that goes all the way down to probably his knees. And he's wearing bright crimson-looking reddish robes. And you can even see he has like this really weird crest medallion that he wears around his neck. And as he's greeting everybody with his arms raised up.
Pele walked in with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
like side by side walking in together.
It determines my reaction, right? Like if some dude just walked into the camp after we just fought a bunch of monsters and he looks like a monster, I might react different. But if you walked into them,
Yeah.
And Swage is doing his rounds, and when he sees Espador, he does the steps of night again, and just like launches into the air and like tackles Espador into the ground.
Oh, yeah, talk about a bear hug.
I like pull into my bag and reach out and get like 10 or 11 pens that I bought in the capital city. He was like, "Look at all these pens I got for you." All from each place, and just like dump them on him. And
Oh, that's so sweet.
As he's sitting there, he kind of like, after you barrel rolled him, on the ground and everything, he's sitting there and he's kind of like sitting up and he's kind of cross-legged at this point. He looks probably about as tall as Swage as he's sitting down. While Swage is sitting there kind of like holding these pens, almost like a kid trying to show and impress his dad. It's kind of like the look it kind of has. As Espador kind of takes the pens and he's starting to like look them over and he's complimenting them, and he kind of tries to sleight of hand a couple, just to see if Swage notices him kind of like pocketing into his robes.
Can I roll for that?
Yeah.
Nice. 16.
16. Espador's pretty good. Yeah, you see him.
I kind of expecting to take them. I gave them to him, so he's like, "That checks out."
He only takes like 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't take them all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what's up, bud?
I'll put those away.
Yeah.
Actually, I look him over and make sure that I won't get these
What do you
again. And make sure I look at the ones he got, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, they were the ones that you made out of kind of like, they almost look like bone, and have like some really cool astral inspirational type things. Some of which almost kind of look like the spaceship that you guys were on, flying around in. So he took those because he thought those were really cool.
Souvenir pens.
Yeah.
No, you don't need.
Are you over there?
turn it in the
Primary
bikini.
person.
I don't, so after Swage told us he was gonna make that hut, I would have started walking that direction.
Yeah.
So eventually, either I would have seen them first, or Jorge or Espador would have seen me.
I'd probably say you would probably notice Jorge, because Jorge's kind of like sitting on her shoulder.
Okay. So
as Swage is tackling Espador.
I'm gonna whistle for Jorge then. Not like real loud, but just kind of like loud enough where he might hear it.
Okay. Yeah, he would have heard that.
Okay.
He kind of perks his head up and kind of looks over, and he sees you, and he kind of just hops off of Pele and runs over towards you.
Okay, I'll bend down and pick him up, and
Okay.
then
He's almost doubled in size since the last time you saw him.
wow, awesome,
Who
Yeah,
did?
he's almost a full grown looking fox now.
nice. So I'm gonna give him a big,
Go ahead, roll for it if you don't
gentle
mind.
bear hug, and then
As you kind of hear him,
as carefully as I
Is that what the
can.
fox is?
that's actually what they do. Yeah.
As however he may be able to get him back up on my shoulders, and let him stay there. And then once Espador gets back up, after Swage gets done tackling him, I guess it's Kaz's turn. But I'm gonna make it like real obvious that Kaz is like coming at him like full speed, like because Kaz is kind of expecting him to like get out of the way. Because Kaz understands that Espador is their friend, but he's like powerful.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, like I can be a little more like rambunctious, like you know.
Yeah.
So he's hoping that Espador is gonna get out of the way, so Kaz is gonna run full speed at Espador.
He does not. You plow into him, expecting after you make contact, you're like, shit. That was probably not a good idea. You're expecting to topple over with him and do kind of like what Swage did. But you find that you don't. You actually kind of slow down as he kind of like embraces you and gives you almost an equal as strong bear hug back. As he sits there and he kind of just whispers in your ear, "You did good. This is nice." As he's holding you, he kind of lets go for a second and then kind of like pushes you up and he's like,
God, why is Espador like everybody's dad?
I know, right?
I'm on the treehouse watching, just going, Finally, because I like him, but I'm not going down the
Silas needs a dad too.
I know, we all need dads.
Yeah, as he kind of looks
They've
at
been
you, and
long-term
he's just like,
companions. Longer than I.
not that he grabs your chin or anything, but he kind of like grabs your shoulders and kind of looks you over. And he's like, "Did you grow more? No, that wouldn't be right. Goliaths don't get much taller. Did you mature? Oh, someone got to play with some axes. I can see it." So, I'm here. I have all your stuff. Where's Bond? Bond?
He's asleep.
We lost him.
You lost Bond?
Several times.
I was gonna make a rabbit stew.
Lost him. We lose him.
Like, he's not dead, but he's still...
Oh.
Oh, I mean, not eat him. I actually caught rabbit on the way up here. I was gonna make rabbit stew for him.
Esfador, you
He
don't
doesn't
want
like
to feed
that. He doesn't
him.
like that.
I actually don't think he cared. Didn't somebody else?
No, he was disturbed when I was.
Because I asked. I said, well, if Bond doesn't care, and then because I was kind of spacing out during that bit, and then he cared. So.
Oh, he did.
And then he cared.
And then he
No, so don't eat your... They're not even family related. Shouldn't be a problem, right?
You never know, it could be
You
a
don't eat
sibling.
your own kind, but you can eat everything else.
If
right?
I broke into hell and dragged another demon out of hell
I think you're asking the wrong type of question.
and
Tess.
ate him in front of you,
Uh-huh.
you'd probably actually enjoy that, wouldn't you?
Yep.
You'd
It
be
would be
impressed.
completely normal.
Okay, fair enough.
So you have to understand, this is normalcy for them, and they haven't had normalcy for a while.
That's super weird.
But they're normal.
Right.
Okay, this is normal
That's
for them.
super
As Silas is
Yeah,
looking
no,
up
no,
at
I'm
the tree,
not disagreeing.
as
Let's
Silas
say
is doing
this,
this,
they're normal.
Esfador kind of looks up at you.
Like two commenters.
Silas just kind of looks up at you both and looks and sees Silas, and he's like,
I wave. I like Espador. He's not my daddy.
You can be.
The fact that I hate my daddy is probably a reason he's
I'm
not
gonna
my
yell.
daddy.
I'm gonna say
I
Silas.
see you've got another pet. As
Silas,
he sits there and he looks over.
it's your turn.
Jim.
Yeah,
But what?
I think I'm just curled around the
Tackle him.
fire. I don't know what is going on, but everybody seems to like the guy.
No,
Just watching.
Listen,
I'll go into the mouth of a nightmare to save him, but I'm not hugging him.
I give good hugs. It's quite all right.
will you hug me, Silas?
If you need it, if it's medically required.
I need it. It's medically required.
I have an owie where my heart's supposed to be, Silas. You should give me a hug.
I walk out. It's like like a kid just dragging his feet walking down the wall. The tree just.
And he gives you a little bit of a he gives you he gives you just as much of a
The
hug. as you
petulant
give him.
teenage dog.
Yeah.
That's what I give him.
Yeah.
And then I turn around and Kaz isn't looking because then I walk over and hug his waist. 'Cause he's like 3 feet taller than I am.
Yeah.
I think he's like, if you fart, you're dead. Man.
go.
And Silas goes,
No, I don't try. I can't get away from gas.
I'll sit him down gently. Do you have any chemicals?
is there none?
Yeah, there's some in my pack.
Tater?
Paper towels.
Oh.
I always have emergency socks.
Yeah, my pocket.
Silas has like 4 rolls of toilet paper or whatever the equivalent is. And he's like, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do this. I've lived in a cave long enough in my life. This is not my thing.
I'm still sitting on the building that we were.
Oh yeah, you're still up there. You have no reason to go
absolutely
down there.
confused. I have no idea what's going on.
So we've known Espador since like month 1 of the campaign.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's like session 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, we found him in the basement under
I
the
ended up
mayor's
missing that
house.
section
And we
because
let him out, and they were like, "Hey, you want to be our friend? Come on with us, demon." Here we are, 2 years old.
He's part of the family, as bizarre as it is. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
been a very cool
In
guy
Silas's
the
mind,
whole
this
time.
is why they're acting.
But listen,
They would not act this way
I
like
think-
if they saw him yesterday.
I think
Yeah,
Kaz
it's
is
not a
the only
daily
one.
thing.
I think
This is
maybe
normal
Swage hasn't.
for them.
But I know
I'm-
Kaz
they haven't had
made any
normal
deals
for
with
a while.
Espador at all.
Okay.
Taylor hasn't. I think
I haven't made any
it's, I
deals.
think
I
it's
just keep giving him
just.
stuff.
I thought
It was
everybody
just
like
solid.
traded with him at the beginning.
So I made him something, and then he gave me something in return. There was
Yeah, that's what I
nothing
meant. There was
attached to
no
I think I
well.
have a reason to talk.
Kaz hasn't made any like transactions. with Espador.
Alright. Although you still have the item that Espador gave me in a trade, so maybe you're tangentially tied in.
Yeah, like if Espador ends up being like a bad guy or something, and
It would be expected.
you know,
Okay.
like I'm obviously not gonna be like, well, I didn't make a deal with him. You guys are on your own. But I'll just be like, well, I told you so. He's a devil.
He just said he's stuck here. I told him anytime he wants to go home, I can send him home.
He's got a real
You said
loose
he's a
definition of
demon,
stuck.
Yep.
Wait a second. He has the ability to go home anytime he wants.
Right when you were.
But he's opened the portal before.
He could banish
So,
himself.
after seeing everybody being all buddy and even going down and begrudgingly giving him a hug, Issei makes his way down and in full armor stares him down and asks him, "What are you really doing here?" But when I ask him that in Abyssal.
He kind of looks at you for a second. Now that's something I haven't heard in a while. As he said that in perfect common. And then he looks at you and he says in Abyssal, well, it is quite unbeknownst to me to meet one of my kind here. What are you doing here?
After hearing him speak perfect Abyssal, Issei drops his armor from his helmet and begins to tell him the story of his lady and who he works for and what his quest is.
Interesting.
Is he doing this? He's doing this in Abyssal?
Yeah.
Issei is doing this in Abyssal.
Okay. Like, as soon as he launches into more than a few sentences, they go, comprehend language.
Totally fine.
I have spell slots left. It's the second level slot, but I'll use it.
As you tell him your plighted story, he sits there and he looks at you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually met a dead knight, but it is refreshing to know that you were striving even in this weird of a place. Myself, I am just an archivist. As he says that, it triggers in your head. You've heard of archivists from your mistress. You know, yes, they record everything that goes on in hell. They are also one of the ancients as far as hell being created. Very powerful demons. Why one is here? Whether he is one or not, just saying that kind of triggers a little bit of a response from you in the sense of you've perked up now going, oh shit, in the back of your mind. As he sits there and he begins to tell you his story of how he was summoned by a very odd and precarious nerd, as the rest of the party would describe this individual.
Does nerd translate in Infernal, or does he just?
Oh no, he actually says nerd.
Okay, when Kaz hears
A very common.
when Kaz hears that
Nerd.
It's a hard
when
one.
Kaz
Well, he
hears
says it just like Kaz would too, where he's like nerd. Yeah.
when Kaz hears that, he perks up and be like, "Oh, they're talking about Zerdis."
Yeah.
And he explains that for probably the last 200 and something years, he's been trapped in a cage that this person had created, and the party freed him. As such, the only reason why he was allowed to be captured was because he wanted to actually see what the material plane was all about. He's seen people come from the material plane down to hell, tortured, and talk of fascinating stories of things that go on the material plane. And he wanted to archive it as part of his job as an archivist. Does he still make deals because he's a devil? Yes. Does he borrow in souls? He's kind of learned how to live without doing that because he's been trapped for so long. So he explains to you that's why he doesn't have any qualms with being with anyone up here as long as they don't cause any problems with him. He also explains that they've run into
the demon core here on the material plane, and they let him go. As for you, they might not, as your mistress does not deal in non-souls.
Issei is fully aware.
Yeah. So, probably best to keep that under wraps.
After hearing his story, Issei takes a look over at Kaz and kind of does a what do you think kind of heads up kind of thing towards Kaz.
I give the okay, like, nod like that.
And then after seeing that, and still in Abyssal, Issei says okay, and offers his allegiance in the form of a token that he tries to quietly hand over to his new friend, and lets him know that if there's ever a need, that birds of a feather stick together.
That's so high school. Okay.
Also, I am a high schooler.
I know.
Yeah, I know you were worried when I could tell you were kind of worried when I found out how old you were. But like, it's not like it said it's not going to change. I think it's better for not to change how Kaz reacts to the 15-year-old fight. Because Kaz is going to see like, fuck, he can fight. Okay.
It's like a 15-year-old Goliath.
Yeah.
That's what they do too.
Yeah.
Like, I was 15, I could fight. Like, you know, Goliaths live about as long as humans do.
While they're talking in Abyssal, I'm just giving Jib the rundown on who Estevador is to us and what we know about the Archivist.
I see.
Mentioning that the snuggle beast that I just gave to the small child.
This is like the other
came
one?
from Estevador gave that to
It's
me.
the same one. I just got a new
Wolves are
shape.
helping you search the
Oh,
Archivist, Estevador.
oh, really?
Yeah, I made a new shape. I was
He's given us-
like, oh, it's like a dodecahedron.
He surpassed us all.
He's
You
trustworthy.
can push that.
Trustworthy,
Oh,
yeah,
there you
like he's a fucking demon devil. We don't even know what he is really, but he's pretty cool. He's never given us any shit.
Yeah.
I kind of got lucky in them actually able to speak Abyssal.
I just keep hearing nerd and probably demon core. I'm like, no, I get the gist of it.
Oh, I fucked it up. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, we went on like a
Figure it
rescue
out.
mission to
Put it
save
back in the cube.
Estevador from this place called the Demon Core,
The cube.
and they were totally having tea with him. They were just chilling in the house. They were
Alright, as you give him your token,
Yeah, we spent like a whole session like
he sits there and he
planning
kinda
a
looks it
break-in and
I'm imagining it's
everything.
kind of like a coin. Right?
As
Yeah.
the giant badger
As he looks it over, he kind of holds it in his hand for a
I
second.
don't know, but
kind
they
of
did have the
twiddles it through his
toughest sword that
fingers,
I've ever seen
puts
in
it
the
back
world.
between his his index and his thumb, and then you just see it disappear as he accepted it. In return, when he shakes his hand again, there's a ring in his hand. He hands this to you, and he sits there and he goes, well, one good token deserves another. He sits there and he hands it to you. You can see it looks like it's a bone carved ring that has half of a skull kind of carved into the front crescent of the ring. He explains to you this is the Ring of Desperate Respite. Okay? It is a rare ring. Does not require attunement. So
The
this
ring of what?
Ring of Respite. Respite.
Respite.
You get 2 sprites.
You
You get
You
a
get
sprite,
one,
and you can have a re-sprite.
Yeah, you get one, and then when you drink it, you get the other.
The curse is
Right.
called Omega Thirst.
Like,
But you're never
asking if
quenched.
I will get it.
Okay, so this ring has 4 charges on it. Okay, as a it rolls. You can roll a 1d4 plus 1 to add to charges at dawn. Okay, so it recharges every day. So the effects, it has what's called hardening. As a reaction to taking damage from melee or ranged weapons, you can expend 1 charge to gain the effects of Stone Skin, including against the triggering attack until the end of your next turn.
Oh shoot, I haven't done
Okay. You also have Solidify, which causes 2 points to be expended from it.
that. Okay.
This causes you to become immune to all damage until the end of your next turn. At which time you also, or during the time that you are not taking damage, you are considered to be petrified. You can increase the duration of this effect by 1 round by expending another 2 charges beyond it. Okay?
Okay.
He does explain to you that if anyone else tries to use that ring besides you, it will not work, as it is his gift to you. And you notice too that his pinky is missing now.
No, that's dark like that.
I didn't lose any body parts, did I? I didn't lose any body parts, did I?
No.
Okay, good.
In the most formal.
Maybe, depends.
That's how he makes contracts.
Depends on how cool.
In the most formal way that he can, he offers his thanks in Abyssal, and guarantees him that it'll come and it'll be used in good nature to complete his goals.
Very well. Go forth, my
I'm done. I
God.
was searching in the
As he says that in perfect
Okay.
English. As you notice, he wasn't as flamboyant with you as he was with everybody else. He was very formal, as he does know your mistress. Not that he said so. It's just the way he inferred and said things
Right.
that kind of led you to believe that, yeah.
He's at least part of the culture that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. I did like a whole
It was good.
Abyssal
Yeah, that was
RPG.
cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'd be sorry for that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was
Here, I like
entertained,
it.
as
Yeah.
was Silas. He's sitting there going, oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
'cause
know
you
way
you
so
did-
much about you more than I knew before.
Yep.
Which
Yeah,
in
you would've
Silas's
heard- you
mind
would've heard the
doesn't
whole
really
thing.
change his opinion. He's just like, oh,
Yeah, the only
I know what
the
your
only
goals
thing-
are,
the
and they're
only-
not
Yeah.
contrary to mine. So I don't.
The only thing you
Do
didn't
your
know
thing.
was you didn't know he was a dead knight.
Yeah.
That was the only thing.
I just still think it's creepy. He doesn't sleep. And,
No, you technically are a dead knight.
He knows something that I told just then.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
there's just weird stuff going on with everybody, and in this group,
That's
okay.
par for the course.
I
So,
know.
do you guys take a long rest now?
Oh god.
Yes,
Oh,
God.
please.
Dawn.
Can we go inside the carriage? What does that tiny situation look like? Is it still shrunk on the back?
Yeah,
of the
it's still
wolf
strong.
sled?
Yep.
Yes, please, long rest. Give me
As-
my spell slots.
Wait,
They didn't say we
did
succeeded
the
yet.
ogre children get back?
Try them.
Oh yes, they were fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
didn't have
different.
any
I've
issues
done
with
that
them.
before.
Apparently, the one
Trying to
called
get a long rest?
Yeah.
Chikai.
You tried to get one. You don't
Yeah.
know if you get one.
Apparently,
We
he's
got
challenging
8 hours
to
if
his
he's
dad to
gonna
a
attack
duel,
us or what.
something like that. So it should be good.
I only need 4.
Oh,
but
okay.
okay. I got you.
I need 8.
Not right away. He's still being trained, I guess, wherever you guys left him. But when he comes back. So,
I want to be there for that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. Pretty cool to see.
well, if you guys lived that long, that'd be pretty cool.
You don't think we're gonna live that long?
As he kind of looks around the village, he's just like, "What the hell have you guys gotten yourselves into? Like, first you guys were just taking on missions and doing some jobs, gonna have a home base. That was the whole thing, right?"
Did we tell you about the Elder Evas?
No.
So Pele sits Espador down. She's like, okay.
How about we take a long rest first? You guys feel like you need it.
We
Slade
can,
opens his faceplate. And
We can
has-
just, like,
has
fast
a
forward
different
that bit.
face and different
Yeah.
eyes than Espador has seen
It's like a-
before. With the completely different fur pattern and nebulous eyes. And
a lot happened
Interesting.
this
As he
week.
goes to like touch your face, thinking it's like an illusion of some sort, he's like,
try to bite his finger.
"I already lost one finger today."
I get very excited. about
You
the
gave
idea of
away
biting
one
fingers
fingertip.
As you just see him just kind of scratch the back of your ear.
off. I like him. Curl him at his feet.
Yeah, he's just. It's like, "I've tamed the beast."
Yeah, as long as somebody don't watch, then I'll go to sleep.
Well,
Guys-
Espador says he'll take the watch.
Okay.
Okay, that works.
Cool. As you guys start to kind of bed down for your nightly rest, you feel a surge of power come off of him that kind of bellows out across the whole entire village. So think of Liamon's tiny hut, but the size of a fucking biodome.
Neiman's tiny fortress.
Yeah. Demi-plane.
Does a long rest, does that
Demi
get rid of
That's
the
shitty.
negative
Yeah, right.
3 to strength?
Hmm?
Does that get rid of the negative
Yeah.
3 to strength?
Yeah. After taking your long rest, it's gone.
And what level of exhaustion for them that have it? 'Cause I know there's some people that have. I don't know who.
It was just Spawn, I think.
It was just one.
Yeah.
it has.
I had a level of exhaustion.
I did too.
Oh, yeah.
For my frenzy. So as we're getting ready to go to bed, Kaz is gonna walk over to where the dead bodies were, and say a prayer to the Kuliak, the Goliath god
So
of
should
the
you
dead.
stay outside while that was going on?
We were in the fort area. That's where we left him.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you guys were going into the Liamon's tiny hut to go take your rest.
No. Like after that happened, like I would have like walked back outside.
Oh, okay. So first of all, when you walk out, you see Esfador up in the treehouse. He's in his full demonic form again, but his eyes are straight glowing, a fiery ember as he's scanning the horizon. And you can actually see the dome that is over top of the whole village. It looks almost that of a hellscape. It's like a barrier that kind of separates this plane from the hellscape plane, almost as if he took this part of the material plane to hell, in a sense. That's not relaxing at all. That's why I was like, wait, did you come out after he did this? That's so bright. So that's what you see.
Okay. So definitely would kind of shock me a bit. But like since it's Estivador, like I kind of get it. I'm gonna ask him if it's possible to let some vultures in, because that's why we got the bodies laid out here.
Oh, in the morning, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go over.
Vultures don't come out at night anyway.
Fucking night vultures, man.
They're demonic looking.
No.
Sorry, I jumped here. Take care of it.
I believe it. No, they're important.
And then and then well, I'm gonna walk over to where the bodies were and say a prayer for the Goliath god of the dead, Kuliak.
Okay.
And then like I'm not expecting like an answer back or anything. Just something.
Because you don't get one.
Yeah. And then
I'm not RPing that again.
no. And then as we walk back over, and then I'm gonna walk back over to the hut and go back inside. And
Okay.
Sleep.
Yeah, as soon as you walk back to the hut, that whole feeling of that weird space that Espador has created goes away.
Pretty freaky out there, guys. Heads up.
Yeah, peek my head out once. I'm not going out.
I think
I'm
curled
up in
up
the
at
tree
his
house
feet.
with him because I know it can go down when the hut was being cast. So I just curl up and go to sleep because I slept in sewers and fucking cesspools and shit. If you have to.
So it's
almost
a
feels like
ritual
home for
cast.
you.
So I would have just waited until whoever is in it
does.
who wants to be in it.
I just kind of just hang out.
Okay.
And right before I go to sleep, I'm gonna send Percival a message.
Okay.
And
My other boy.
Go ahead and make your percentile roll.
I'm gonna hang
so
out
see if he's
with
on the same plane.
Espador and
Well, I mean, what Espador did can kind of fuck that.
Oh, that's fair. 92.
92. Yeah, you're good then.
Demonic interference.
Oh gosh.
It doesn't sound like static. It just sounds like a vessel.
I'm gonna just kind of hang out with Espador and kind of chit chat while we're hanging out on that first watch.
Okay.
I probably should have thought about this more. To Percival, I'll just say, Percival, this is Swage. We are in or near Rhyme. We've been to space and back. Durandal is safe, but
Did you put the question mark on it?
yes. Meet us in Midward at the residence of the Borrowed Souls. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Just to give him an update on what we've been doing and where we're headed.
Okay. After a few moments, you hear kind of a very groggy, tired Percival Wait, who is this? Huh? Wait, you guys are alive? Oh, I guess you can't really respond back after you've sent the initial message. How does that work? Where are you? Why does it sound like screaming bodies? Okay. I guess we'll see you, and then it cuts off.
I say good night, but I don't have any more spell slots left.
Whisper it to the ethos.
Pele does not sleep in the hut.
Oh, you don't? So where would you like to sleep?
She's gonna sleep right outside the hut.
Okay. Alright. You definitely see the hellscape that Espador has created.
Is his dome like? So is his hut inside Espador's dome?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sleeping inside Espador's dome.
Right.
Outside of his hut.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a dome and a dome.
Got it.
Dome and dome.
Okay.
Yeah, dome and dome.
Dome and
Make
dome.
sure I have
Dome, dome.
my location on.
I'm in the yolk. You're in the egg white.
He's yoking it up in there.
These are really good. What the hell, man?
See?
That would have been so great coming right out of the oven. All like ooey gooey.
Yeah, there's something different about those ones. I'm just saying.
Is that like peanut butter cup in it?
Yeah,
if you,
they're
if
really,
you
really
make me
peanut
fail
butter
a
cups.
piss test, I'm gonna be upset. Like,
No. I would never, ever,
I
ever.
would
promised
never
me-
make you fail, but I would offer you so many ways.
you
I would
promised
never,
me, you
ever,
promised me that you
ever.
would tell me before,
Always. Yeah.
so that I can make my own
He's
choice.
like, just not this time.
Next
I
time.
promise you.
Next
after
time I'll tell you.
today,
Right?
Yeah.
After today,
From now
don't eat
on.
the brownies. Yeah, got it. Got 4 years after that.
I got.
That's a
I
whole
only got,
nother
I only
thing.
got 1 year.
Yeah, I still gotta retire. Yeah.
So, as you guys complete your long rest, Pele,
Oh no! Don't. Oh.
while you're sleeping,
I guess guidance.
it starts out as a very normal dream. But about halfway through your dream, and it's a very mundane, probably a dream you've had. Are you okay? Are you alright? I'll wait.
I'm good.
She's like having problems with her bracelet. Okay.
That's a hair tie.
Her hair tie.
Oh, that hair. I did not hear hair tie. I definitely heard hentai.
It's called
I'm
hentai.
sorry. I'm sorry. What?
This is my hentai, man.
You're having
you seen that
problems with
deleted
your
scene
hentai?
from The Office?
It's just not
If
looking.
Stanley's doing the crossword puzzle, and all the hentai pictures fall out of it. he's like, it's called hentai,
it's a
and it's
bangle
art.
shame.
Oh, that's too funny.
Occasionally in battle, it'll let loose all your secrets.
So as you're having this very normal, mundane dream, it starts out, you in your home village, doing your normal routine, getting up and kind of just going throughout your day. But as you're starting to walk around the town, you start to notice things that are a little off. You start to see people smiling at you. At first, it was kind of just you shut it off as it's not a big deal, and then as the dream continues and progresses, it starts to get a little distorted and descended into a little bit of weird territory. You start having jumps in time of events that really did happen, but they're either too early in what you would call your life, or stuff that hasn't happened yet is coming and happening to you. And you start to see more and more of these faces of people just smiling oh so eerily. And then just before you get to seeing your dad and you're going to go talk to him to find out what's going on, with everything. As he turns around in his chair, you see a face, but it's not your dad's. It's a green, smiling face. As your brother is sitting there, kind of cackling in a way, and you wake up.
So that's sanity, right?
Yeah.
I don't lose any more. Cool,
Nope.
cool, cool. Because that was a creepy dream. The thing that probably was like the most offsetting was the people smiling at her.
I was afraid it was a dream with the spell. It just, that's
Super
bad.
fun.
Yeah. Best way to mess with the players.
So everyone else got a full long rest. Pele, you feel like you've gotten a full rest, but because you drank that tea earlier, you won't have any side effects of you not getting a full night's rest.
Nice, cool.
It is the new morning. You start to see some of the Goliaths coming out. The dome that Espador had put up is gone. You conversed with him through the first watch before you finally, begrudgingly, fell asleep while talking.
Didn't need to, but okay.
Yeah.
See, Estor's everybody's dad.
He and I are very professional. There's no dad thing going on here. This is
Yeah,
a
there will
very
be.
Not yet.
Daddy.
Wait.
this is a very professional
It's your
transaction.
You fell
kind of
asleep
He's
talking
your
to him.
sensei, like, in a manga.
That's a familial type of love.
He's that that guy that comes in the anime that trains the hero before he completes his final task. He's that like hidden mentor.
He's Appa!
Yeah.
He's King Kai right before the Vegeta nap.
Yeah.
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 First
Very
chance,
formal.
first chance Kaz gets, I'm gonna tousle your hair.
That's not creepy.
You
That's
like do it under the helmet.
I definitely like it way more than I probably should, and instantly put my helmet back on so that you can't see.
I'll be like super corny, like old timey superhero, like good job, son. Like,
I
tousle.
go like helmet.
Does your helmet do the
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a crab, you almost pinch your fingers there.
Okay, so as people start getting out of tiny hut, Pele's like up doing her stretches, and like people are like everyone's starting to come out, and she's like, when she sees Kaz, she'll act as if like yesterday didn't happen, and she's just gonna go, do the people of this village, would they like to stay here, or should we bring them to another village?
So I'm gonna pick up the vibe and
Vibe check.
ignore yesterday and tell her
Totally gonna be healthy.
tell her that I haven't asked them yet, but I was going to see if they wanted to try to make their way back down to Rhyme, because the way behind us should be clear.
Sorry, what? You're gonna ask them about Rhyme?
Yeah, I was gonna ask them if they wanted to go back to Rhyme because the way behind us should be clear. Unless
Okay.
you guys have a way to get in there faster.
I would like to get to Rhymes because Jakai is there, but
I'm not going back.
Is that the place where you left your?
Word of recall?
Thank you.
No. We have not been to Rhyme yet.
Gotcha.
then
I was just thinking the same thing.
Okay.
then
Not
let's.
just me then.
I have one in space and one in the capital here.
Pele's gonna turn and look at Espador and like give him that like charming like smile, like she'd like to take the Goliaths to Rhyme and pick up my son.
And I'll look at him and be like, it's a whole city you haven't been to yet. All the all the
Make a persuasion
people.
check.
I'm like, he came through
Should-
there probably
should
on
I
his
do
way
it?
here, because that's where we
Yeah,
told
you
him
should.
we were
You
gonna
should
meet.
definitely do it. Since we're doing it together, you should definitely do it. I'll help Pele on her persuasion check.
So he literally just
Yes.
trekked up the side of a fucking mountain.
Oh. 26.
Kind of just looks at you both like.
Bat my eyes.
Just,
Do you want to come to fight an elder evil with us?
no,
At this
but
point,
I
I
could have
would've told
recorded it.
At this point, I would have told him everything from.
Well, can't you like
What?
teleport them? You're pretty strong, right? I don't know how magic works. I just hit stuff.
I know you
Look, I don't even know how this works, and I'll throw the hammer and haul it back. But it does.
He just kind of
As he does that, I'm like, that was because of me.
As he kind of just looks at you, he's like, I understand you don't understand magic, Kaz. And that's totally fine. I could teleport them.
We can meet you there.
We do have like a small percentage that they get trapped in hell for a little bit. It's just a small percentage, mind you. You're gonna have to owe me if I do it that way. I have to walk all the way down this mountain with all of my stuff again. Because I brought it because you guys said you needed it.
I make sure to grab Bond's armor.
Oh yeah. I was like, why did we need it?
That was the only thing I know that we needed from that. Other than we just wanted to hook back up with Espador.
I don't ask for much.
Do it, do it, do it.
I'll do it.
No. I'll do it. Kaz will do it.
Excellent. So, if I could get everyone, as he starts speaking in perfect giant,
Good about it.
as he's clapping his hands, and of course he's wearing his facade for them.
His Goliath facade.
Yeah. Yeah. As he gets everyone, he's like, your good friend Kaz here, as one of the people sits there and goes, you mean the Giant Slayer? And
Not my name.
he's like, yes, the Giant Slayer, as your friend
Stop
the
calling
Giant
me
Slayer.
that.
They call me Giant Slayer.
Oh,
That's
he's
not
called
my
the
name.
And let me
my
tell
name.
you, the Giants this
Stop my
man
name.
has slain. Yeah, girl.
Yeah. What was her name? What was her name on the
Here, they
airship
goes up
again?
again.
Uh-huh.
Shit, what was her name?
Oh, how easily she's forgotten. Way to go,
You got
Kaz.
notes somewhere.
Yes, if I can get you all to line up in a single file, I'm going to teleport you to Rhyme. I want this to be orderly as he's sitting there and he's giving out instructions in
Before-
complete perfect giant.
I dash off a quick note to the captain and the troops that are supposed to have gone to Ryan. Captain John? Captain. Oh, John.
Oh, Captain.
Then I have French in small letters. My wife's French. Oh, because it's Jean.
It's Jean.
So I send a message to Jean, Captain Jean.
Why do you think I have
And
this
the troops
ridiculous
that we were
accent?
sending these people here, and just so the town folk don't freak out. I don't know if they trade with them. Oh, I asked them, do y'all trade with Rhyme or do y'all deal with them?
They kind of look at you and they, a little bit.
But they won't freak out if they see you coming. Most
They
likely.
would freak out if a whole fucking, 30 giants or Goliaths fucking step out of a portal. Probably, yeah.
Okay, so that's Espador. And then Swage, can you at least get to know the leader, so in case we ever have to do a sending? I don't
Mention
know-
the borrowed
I don't know
soul.
if we need to, but we may
Trisha.
have to at some point during this.
Huh?
At least get her
Trisha.
mind,
There we
her
go.
face fixed to
It was in here somewhere. I just hadn't found it yet.
Some of her hair. She have any hair?
I hope it's in here.
Trisha.
Piece
So
of
they're Goliath. They're not
Her
really
giant
pick up a
battle
lithoderm.
axes. She
Just
definitely
trying to
would
plan in
like
case these
dual
eventualities,
daggers.
which will happen. They
straight
always
into Kaz's heart. I can see it now, a book being written called
fuck
Dual
is it?
Axe and the
I don't know who's
Goliath.
writing that book because nobody's gonna remember her name because I didn't write it down.
I wrote it down. You can write it down. Her name is Trisha.
No, it's too late. He's done
It was
fucked that
totally
up.
Trisha.
No, I do right here.
100%. It's Trisha.
I have her first and last name actually. It's
Trisha
Trisha Shortcuts.
Yes.
There we
Oh, I
go.
don't know the last name.
Kaz
What
will
is it?
remember. Ryan doesn't know.
Whew. Yeah, Ryan didn't remember. Kaz knew that. Kaz knew that.
Kaz will look off, like
Trisha Short Tusk.
Yep.
Looking out, looks over at a mountain just for a moment and pictures her.
We just hook up,
Those
man.
twin mountains are over there.
As he's kind of blushing a little bit.
Oh, okay.
As the word giant slayer is being strung out.
Slay Queen.
Did I give y'all? I gave y'all clothes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Not my name.
I'm gonna ask Espador. Woody talks to the captain to please grab Jakai.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
What is a Jakai?
yeah.
Yep.
You know that egg we were carrying, the dragon?
Oh, yes. The one I wanted to make scrambled eggs with.
Yes. He hatched.
Oh, so no scrambled eggs.
No scrambled eggs.
Scrambled.
That's my challenge.
No,
Well,
see on a stick.
Unless you would like to
No.
be scrambled by Bahamut, then I would advise against it.
Bahamut?
He just sent somebody else to do it for him. Let's be real here. As long as you get out, like,
He would send me to do it.
yeah. So, and
Well,
then,
there's already been people in
and
the
then-
group who've agreed to do things.
and
for
then
him.
since it's Pele, then I would be there too. Not for him, but for her. So,
And I really don't want to hurt you. It's basically, Jakai is your grandson. Think of it that way.
Okay, so no eating the giant or little
No eating the little dragon.
dragon. You know they're tasty though. Dragon meat is very, very good.
I'll remember that if we ever kill one.
You should.
I'm gonna write that down,
Give you
actually.
different abilities. Just FYI.
Permanent
That's
ability?
what I heard.
This monster?
Oh, man.
So, alright, I'll give this note and bring back the little tyke. The all in one
Oh,
piece.
we're gonna eat a dragon.
In one piece.
Alive.
In my stomach.
No.
No, alright. As he sits there, he kind of like turns to everybody and
I
then you
like
see
how hungry this guy
a
is.
teleportation portal open up. Alright, I'm gonna go first so that way nobody gets freaked out. As he steps through and then he pops right back out and he goes, nope, I was wrong. They're gonna freak out. Don't worry, I have it all under control. As he turns back around and he walks back through. A few moments later, he comes back out and he's like, alright, everyone, come.
How long has he been able to teleport?
Yes.
We've never teleported anyone.
We've never asked him.
We've never asked him.
Yeah, I mean, he got us to places way faster than we were expecting. So, like, why would we need to teleport? He's already.
We're always, journey. Not
I just assumed that there was something fishy going on at the points when he was driving and we were all sleeping.
Oh,
sure. I didn't want to
There's
know
been
about.
fishing going on the whole time.
Yeah.
We're
He
embracing it.
was-
You're
is
just
better.
now asking questions?
Dub invited him, and we've just been going along with it
Yep.
since day one.
It was a good investment.
Very
Free,
good investment.
free travel for this entire journey.
Definitely sped it up.
He hasn't betrayed us yet, so.
Nope. So, they're all going through the portal and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. While they're... I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
While they're doing that, Pele will look at the group and just say, alright, so to the mountain. Is everyone ready for the next battle?
What is the next battle?
I don't know, probably one of those things. Probably something larger.
I mean, yeah.
She'll look at Kaz and see that he left to use the bathroom.
He didn't leave.
Hey, one last time before you.
He just said that.
It just pulled down his pants.
Hey, look, it's a giant slayer.
I didn't know we had a white
That's
room.
why he's called the Giant
Oh,
Slayer.
the giant slayer.
Ah.
Got it. I've been missing the wrong
Step
spot.
on your scorpion tail through the portal. Figured it out.
Can I pee through the portal?
While he's doing that, actually, I'm gonna run to my car. Maybe. Oh,
Definitely took up a whole parking spot for a car with my motorcycle.
Where's Zale? Where's Dewey?
Regardless.
Lay down.
It's an important note.
Yeah, go back to your seat, little
Awesome.
munchkin. Look at your smile. Look at your smile on your face.
Just in case you didn't know, motorcycles are way faster than cars for acceleration.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
A fifth of the weight.
I mean, it would be horribly depressing if it wasn't.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Also, like, my motorcycle's like 800 pounds. Still way faster. I'm like, oh, okay. Gone. Also, I understand why motorcyclists get a lot of speeding tickets because I was definitely going down Dorchester at 65.
You just don't pull over,
I
man.
do 65 on Dorchester all the time.
Yeah, but I get to 65 a lot quicker.
I ran 110 down Dorchester. Didn't stop at any lights.
Cool.
No.
Big
While
idiot.
you might be able to keep
It was
up
at
with me,
it was at the last
the
traffic light that you
zero.
got pulled over.
I was on R1. I would have left you in the fucking dust. Keep up with you.
I believe you eventually, but at the beginning, like my 0 to 60 is like sub 3 seconds. Like,
Yeah, 2.3 on the R1.
fucking Chargers. Fucking.
I know.
He doesn't.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
R1's a motorcycle, 1000. It's a leader bike. It's for
Oh no, you're a leader bike. Yeah, you got it, bro.
not anymore. I haven't ridden since I had a daughter, but I've been riding bikes since I was 14.
No, I'm new to this. This is the cruiser outside, 1000cc before the stage 1 upgrade that it's got. No, yeah, you got it.
The only motorcycles I've been on is one my grandfather built.
Oh, Pele asked
He built all these like fucking
everyone
janky ass
if they were ready for battle.
motorcycles.
Hell yeah, shovelheads and bobbers.
Then
Yeah.
looked at you and was like,
Like looking at that
heading
one
to
like
the
online
the
or whatever, like the
Yes.
base stats for it, or the base stats, the base schematics for it, and like.
Now I drive a school bus.
I don't know. But let's get back on track.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm into motorcycle stuff.
you guys have woken up. Pele asked if you guys are ready for battle. You guys looked and asked what?
turned to Kaz and was like, ready to, are we heading to the big mountain? And she's gonna point up to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. You guys all ready?
I stretch and do a couple of jumping jacks and
we,
jump inside my armor.
we expect a big fight coming up or something.
I don't really have a lot of stuff to maintain, so I'm pretty much always ready. Just.
I'm like, all this money and maintenance that I do to this armor, just in the off chance that some other guy's gonna like it.
Are you waving or are you outside the
I'm like
armor?
waxing. I'm like outside of it waxing. This is the gayest thing that I own. And then I jump inside of it.
I'll be on the
So
It beats up.
Swage asked if we thought we were expecting a big battle, and I'm gonna say, aren't we always?
That's fair. I mean, but like today, like, are we gonna get there today and fight something?
Yeah, about how
About every
long
time we've done this.
does Cass think it would take to get from where we are to the
I can make a
big mountain?
really good breakfast.
We're
like
curious-
a really, really fucking good breakfast that cost me 1,000 gold.
No, I don't think it's worth that.
I give you my no gold.
We will have fights, but it may just be random fights because we're in a dangerous area. So
It's 24
There.
hours.
2 or 3 days ahead of us.
Yeah.
Well, you let me know when you want to have a good meal. It lasts for
Valdez,
24
down.
hours and would be very healthy.
It is a very good meal, but not yet.
Let me know when you guys think it is, and I'll throw some gold in.
I already made the thing. It's like this that 1,000 gold piece
Goblet.
bowl that I made like as we were rushing into the last fight, and right as my like forge abilities were dying, I just made this thing. It's like I'll make breakfast later and just put it away. So
Okay.
It was a prepaid meal
Nuke it,
for our field trip.
microwave it.
Yeah. He was gonna DoorDash, but then realized that he's gonna
Heroes
divine dash it instead.
my hero's trying to reborn.
Stupid, I love it.
I'm gonna write
So
that
mad
down.
at that. Dude, I want a fucking Heroes Lunch.
I'm writing that down. Heroes Lunch Bowl.
All right. So
Tomato cookies.
as you guys eat your food,
I did a gas station party lot.
I don't know what does it taste like, Switch? Since you
Well,
made it.
it depends on if we're eating a hero's feast right now or not, is what I was getting at. Because it's a 24-hour, it's a 6th level spell that lasts for 24 hours.
I think that should wait.
That's why I was asking how long. How long does Kaz think it would take to get from where we are now to the big
If
mountain?
you guys booked it from now till you got to the cavern of where supposedly the stuff is going down, you're probably looking at about 2 days.
2 days. So yeah, we should wait.
Wait. Just keep in mind it takes an hour to eat, so if we want to, don't go rushing in. If you
Well,
wanna,
do it.
if
Yeah,
you're hungry.
it's a tomorrow thing.
Yeah.
Rations it is.
Don't let us eat first. Maybe, possibly.
Unless you have several of those goblins.
I mean, I can make another. But it costs me 1,000. Let's go.
All right. As you guys set out, it's about midday actually when you depart because you guys needed your 8-hour rest. As you guys didn't really go to bed until about 6 in the morning. So you're probably looking at 1 or 2 in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, going out.
I like that.
Sun is out.
Like fake yawn.
Yeah.
Ah.
Sun is out and it's a clear day. There's a couple of clouds in the sky, but nothing that looks ominous or bad weather. You still have that eerie feeling that there's no wildlife in the area as you guys set out past the gates. As you begin your trek, following the tracks that are somewhat glossed over by a little bit of snowfall that happened throughout the night while the battle ensued, and then also mid-morning, just before sunrise. As you guys begin to walk at a very, I'm assuming brisk or fast-paced.
As fast as Cass is
Okay.
going.
As fast as Kaz thinks it's
Yeah.
And as Kaz is moving, go ahead and make me a nature or survival check so that way you can make sure you don't get lost.
I get to do that. The compass.
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's that compass at?
Hey, Bob.
Oh,
Wait,
I
it's
got the compass.
of the Trailblazer that basically shows a 5-mile radius around like all the topography.
Yeah, I think it's been in my inventory this whole time.
You can drop.
Yep,
a pin.
advantage.
We have some pins.
Wisdom and survival.
Well, it's at those pins, but
Side missions.
one of them was where we got attacked by worms, and I made the shield out of those guys. I don't know where we dropped it.
That was it. The only time I think was that one. No, we dropped the pin outside the door to the place under Sedan. There's a secret door.
Where we made like a lock to
Yeah.
the back door of the
Yes.
crow's nest or something.
Oh. 16.
16. As you guys begin to travel, every now and then Kaz will just kind of stop and he'll get his bearings and he keeps going. After about an hour or 2 of your journey, you guys still haven't seen any wildlife. Shush. Brazil. That's enough. He's just walking out the door. Look at her. She's like, I know it's early. It's too early.
Oh, my heart. It's like the favorite thing my dog does. Every time I'm petting her, she just.
Yeah, but watch. Once he stops, she's gonna be like.
That's full stop.
Never
So, as you guys are traveling, is there anything you guys want to do while you guys are trekking along besides running?
I'm just staying in the back and keeping an eye out. Playing rear guard.
If we're not seeing any wildlife or anything, Swage will pull out his gray bag of tricks.
Give it in case he's.
And Direwolf comes out. We haven't pissed that thing off yet. So
I won't
Juno
kill it.
Direwolf comes out and just kind of like lopes along with us.
Okay.
How big is it?
Direwolf's pretty big. It's a large size. I think of
Like the size of a car, basically.
basically a car size.
Yeah. Because the regular wolves are almost car size, so like a dire wolf would definitely be like car size.
That's enough.
Like a sedan size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brazil, that's enough. Don't
Yeah, I'll
be
show you.
calling
I'll
it.
show you a picture.
Or like almost like. Comes up to Pele's shoulders.
Yeah. way bigger than
Goblins
Pele.
ride them.
Can I ride them? Can I ride
Goblins ride them. You're not a goblin.
Counting these nuts.
He's kind of a goblin.
No, he probably just wants to eat it.
No, I'm just scent marking behind it.
Mine.
That's not your treat. That's not your treat.
All right. As you guys continue to ride with the dire wolf at your side, it's probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening before you start to see the sun kind of going behind the mountains.
Before the sun goes down, I'd like to use the telescope, just to the spyglass, just to kind of look around, check out the bearings, see if there's anything that we're not seeing.
Okay. Well, you're getting to the part where you're getting actually breaking the forest line and kind of heading down now, as it kind of goes down into like a basin before it gets to the giant mountain. It's in the back. As you get to that edge, and you can see, it looks like the basin is actually water. Like you can actually see water coming from underneath the rock or ice formations that have kind of formed up. That you're going to be traveling across. As you pull out your spyglass and kind of look from the tree line, go ahead and make a perception check.
Uh, 19.
19.
I don't know why, but it scared the shit. He opened that door.
So, as you take the spyglass and you begin to scan the area, you can see a really good distance, almost to where the mountain is. It's still kind of off in the distance. You can also see what looks to be like creatures of some sort, kind of on this icy flatland, in various different spots, almost as if they have groupings of some sort around probably about midway from you and the mountain.
Do they look like the like ice, like the frozen ice crystal giants?
So the bigger ones that you see, you can see that, and you can also see a couple of other bigger creatures that are about the same size of those crystallized ice-looking things.
Mm-hmm.
You can even see what looks to be little brownish gray dots in the distance as well. Thinking that it's pretty similar to the creatures you fought before.
Okay. So are they kind of grouped like around a perimeter, like kind of like?
No, they're just kind of sporadic. You can see groupings, and it looks like they're marching in different directions
Okay.
away from the mountain.
And then, I'll relay that to everybody. About upcoming enemies and the way that they're trekking, which seems to be outwards from the mountain. Does it look like they're doing like back and forth like watch of like a perimeter, or does it look like they're actually like being like deployed out from the mountain and heading out?
Make an insight check.
Can I help with that? Like look through the telescope as well and help her with that.
Are you trying to like?
Well, she told us about it. I figured, since she told us about it, I figured I would like hold my hand
I'm
off the
okay.
telescope too. Oh, you're okay? Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
but
I don't want to help her. She doesn't need help. Forget it.
Kaylee's still kind of like.
I got this.
That's why I was wondering like how that was gonna.
I got a 28.
A 28.
Yeah.
Apparently
I was in the military.
It doesn't look like they have any real semblance of like structure in the sense of like they're organized in any form or fashion, like specific groups going. It looks like there's a group of them going in one direction, another group going in a different direction, but they don't look like they have any real semblance of like someone leading them per se. Does it look like they're coming from the mountain? Yeah.
And does it look like they're like walking back towards the mountain and then back out, like kind of just like wandering around, or does it look like they actually have like a trek out?
Yeah, it looks like there's a trek out.
Okay, so it looks like they're being like not deployed, but like they're being sent out to just go. Okay, I'll relay that. Might want to tell us the door. Because if he comes back this way, he'll run into whatever we don't take care of.
Okay, what am I telling him?
He was already with us, wasn't he?
Us
Yeah,
the door?
I didn't. Did we already split off from him?
Yeah, he's
Oh, he went directly with them to Ron or something.
No,
yeah,
because
or did
that
he
was
still
in the
work back
evening.
with us?
That was in the evening before, and then he came back into the dome, right?
No.
No. He
So
did that
Dome
in
was
the
last
morning.
night, and then he went to Rhyme this morning with the
Oh,
wife.
okay.
Yeah.
And he didn't come. He didn't teleport back.
Not yet.
Okay.
He was on his way coming back, yeah. You guys decided to leave.
Don't worry about telling him. He can teleport back.
I'm sure he knows how to find us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody find in a way that's probably very uncomfortable. He has some problems with that statue or something.
Somehow. Alright, so we'll keep following you, Cap.
Okay, I'm gonna keep heading towards the mountain.
Okay. As you guys start to walk out on this frozen ice area, it has a little bit of a fresh powder on it, so it's not super slick. And there's parts that are actually like kind of jagged up. It looks like the ice is kind of crushed on itself. As you can hear running water going off of the mountain down the side. So there is running water underneath this. Which is probably why the ice is kind of bunching and causing these like little shelves and stuff like that. But it does make it difficult to see where creatures are and where you are, so it kind of helps and hinders you at the same time. You get probably about close to about halfway to where Brazil, go sit. Now, I said you're gonna have to wait. Yeah, go sit. Halfway from where you saw the group of creatures, and you can see there's an outcropping of some ice that's kind of bunched up in that area. That would be a good spot to kind of like check and see if there's anything around.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
You should check and see if there's anything around.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
I'm gonna ask Pele if she wants to take a look again. See the path of least resistance to get to the mountain from here.
And like a theatrical flourish, she's gonna unsnap the spyglass and look out again.
Okay. Alright. As you pull out your spy gas and begin to look, you do see what looks to be like a small grouping of these creatures, almost as if they're kind of just sitting, maybe not on patrol, but are definitely just kind of in the way. They don't look like they're going anywhere. You can kind of see them kind of just looking around and kind of some of them walking back and forth, but they don't look like they're leaving.
Does it look like there's a way around them, or because of how the ice is formed, it will take too long to go around?
So you do find a patch that looks like where they're at. You can see what looks to be like some trees. Maybe like there was a small island of some sort there before everything froze over. That would kind of give you some cover to kind of maybe skirt around these creatures, but you're not really sure if they have like any type of extra sensing or something that would pick you up.
Okay. So I'll relay that to everyone that there's a way to go around this small group. It's kind of close to them, so we'll have to be super sneaky, super quiet. So they will look towards Vaughn and realize that
He's not there.
Being the sneakiest.
Who would be the sneakiest? Oh no.
He's being the sneakiest.
You're right. So
Issei is like, probably not.
Yeah, we're gonna
not the
And
sneaky
then
one?
go,
Good.
good.
And if we try to sneak around
Sneaky
that
as
group,
fuck.
is there a chance of us getting into more trouble if we get caught sneaking around than if we just take out that smaller group?
Not from what I saw, but the small group, we can handle it easy. I'm not concerned about them. I just wanted to look for another way if you wanted to not run into any enemies and try and get to the.
Well, then we should definitely try to sneak around and then.
Okay.
If it's not going to cause us any extra hassle, besides a little extra time, it might be worth it.
It's better always to try, right?
Because Kaz is honestly fairly sneaky. Not terrible.
Okay, so Issei tries to ask you if you're able to determine any type of rank structure from the enemies that you are able to see.
It doesn't look like anyone is like leading these separate groups. It looks like they're just kind of walking out on their own.
And then, so these are creatures that have been taken over, correct?
We don't know that actually.
Yeah, they're. Well, they're
Well, I mean,
infected
like,
with that like.
What do
ichor.
they look like? Like,
I'm so sorry. Yeah, they look similar to the creatures that we fought, as in the goblins and the ice frost crystal thing.
okay, so potentially maybe there was one that was in charge of these particular creatures, like maybe like a leader or something like that. Like, does there appear to be someone that's in charge?
Not from what I saw.
No, they're just all kind of independently doing their own thing.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't even pay attention. Like, if one of them dropped, they probably wouldn't even notice. Whatever this thing that affects them, from what we've seen and what we fought in the past, it doesn't really give them any human characteristics. And they're just kind of mindless in a way.
Issei's not going to waste a spell slot then.
Come here.
Find a way to fix the speed.
Well, okay, so while we're sitting here talking about it and strategizing, Issei throws up the fact that he thought about the fact that he has the sky self and can potentially become one of these creatures that is possibly a higher ranking or
If
someone
you
of
just become
authority
one,
figure,
if they see you, then they're not going to assume anything.
or just go through as one and potentially throw them off their path of maybe I can distract them while everyone else goes by.
I don't think that it's gonna mean too much. I mean, it's always worth a try. We haven't seen these led by anything, and if they are, it's possibly because of this black ooze that they're infected with. It's kind of like, it's probably a hive mind situation. So you could try it, but
is it worth me potentially taking their attention away?
I think we just go through the past, the pass, and if they notice us, then we're in the same boat that we were gonna be, which is fighting them.
Rebels.
I can make us both a little quieter if you want to do that.
We can try that.
If that's gonna be, yeah. I
I
mean,
think we can get by in like an hour. Sneak by in like an hour. Like,
it's not like I can leave my armor behind.
It's not that big a group. Is it?
No.
Okay, so we'll sneaky.
Yep.
Yeah, we get
And
kind of
then if
close.
we fight, we fight.
We get kind of close, and I'll cast enhanceability at 3rd level on Issei and I, and give us the cat's grace, so we get advantage on dexterity checks for the next hour.
Okay.
Which includes initiative rolls. So.
Oh,
I should go down, but at least you got a chance.
at least
And
you
if
have a
we,
chance.
you don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if you're not incapacitated. So you're a cat. You're a kitty cat.
I can't
You dance to dance.
land on my feet.
Hate that song so much.
Dance? I'm a kitty cat.
What time of day is it?
Yeah,
Is it
they
still?
said
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh shit, it's getting close. Okay.
That's good.
Let's roll out.
Autobots.
And this is the first day, right?
Borrowed souls.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even better.
Is that an artificer thing?
I almost brought a bunch of
No,
cassettes.
it's better the way she said it. Borrow
Alright,
soul.
That's what you
Roll out.
see.
Oh wait, wrong slide. Wrong guy stuff. There we go.
So it's a pretty open area to get across.
Where are we at?
And
Bottom right.
We're trying to sneak up to I just walk across that bitch.
Borrow souls. Roll out.
Yeah.
150 feet by
Actually,
Fingers like tilting,
yeah, bye.
folding in myself.
So you can go through here, this way, right here, which would allow you to get past them as long as they don't detect you. Or you can go into open combat and fight them out on the ice.
I said we start going across the bottom of the board, and how
Yep.
much do you like Johann? What's his name? The direwolf?
Juno.
Juno. Sorry.
I was like, who
Send
the
Juno
fuck is
like
Joe?
out across
I don't
the
repeat for that.
snow. At least it's a somewhat native creature. Shouldn't be unusual, and it can draw their attention.
Yeah.
So it can go up and kind of hook and
That
draw
might give
their
us a
attention
little
up
bit
there
of
and
advantage.
let us sneak our heinies across here.
and it'll be one of the first.
not gonna set off
Be
any
one of the
alarms
ones that I
this
haven't
minute.
killed.
No wild animals. Suddenly there's a wild animal. They're not gonna be like, the
Pele
fuck
actually
is
says
that?
that.
The direwolf run across the open terrain. It's just,
Where there's been none?
how do you know there's been none?
Look, Jib's an idiot, but I'm not.
The question is, how do we know there have been none? Have we
Because
seen?
we've seen none. We've been told multiple times there's no anything.
There's no animals out here at all, or?
No, there's no wildlife.
It's been very specific that there's no wildlife.
It's very
Oh,
quiet.
okay.
How did I do that? What am I doing?
Yeah, so in beast speech, I'll whisper to Juno the plan and just.
How about we
have her
do? How about we do that if the plan starts to fail? Like if they start looking our way or something, we sacrifice
Before
Juno to go out and be the thing that they heard or saw.
That's a good idea.
before you send Juno, or maybe Artificer can help. I can make a thing that makes a projection that we can tie to Juno's supposed collar that creates a exact duplicate of Juno,
Mirage.
a mirage of some sort that can maybe be attacked instead of Juno being attacked, and then Juno can go.
So I just stop in mid sentence and say, "Good girl." Just scratch her and just wait until we come up with a plan. Just
It does take me a couple of minutes to craft said projection device and then attach it to the collar.
Does it have a duration?
It
Like,
does
is it-
not. It
Okay,
only
so if
has
it's
a-
something we can use again later, that
Oh yeah, and only the stipulation is that I can only use 4 of them at a time.
Oh, damn, that's a lot. I mean,
It
think
is a
about
lot,
it,
but
yeah.
it's extremely RP based because it is very flimsy if someone goes to interact with it.
well, in beast speech, I'll let Juno know that there's a collar coming her way, and it's not a collar to
She kind of growls at you.
yeah.
I also grow.
I let you know that in order for this to work, you have to convince her to wear a collar.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm working on it.
She's a free animal, damn it.
I get
That's
it.
what I work on.
She just explains that much.
Yeah, they can't talk back to me. I don't think. But
No.
They can understand what I'm saying.
She definitely conveys her feeling about the collar being a very bad idea.
It's gonna be a hard sell.
When I go to attach it and
I know.
Juno growls at me, I stop and just hand it to you and step away.
I'll tell Jorge and be like, hey, let him know that it's just temporary.
Or he just looks at you like,
I thought we had a bond, man.
Not
he
an
kind of
English
paws
speaking
your
bond.
face.
And I'll be like, that's okay, we'll work on it. I'm like, good try. And I'll give him a pat on the head.
I'll translate. Jorge, he said.
And he kind of just looks at you and he hops down and he gets in front of the wolf and he just. And after a few seconds, the wolf kind of looks at you, looks at the little freaking fox, and is just like.
I'll just hold the collar open in front and not force it on, but just like wait.
She kind of just like slowly puts it on, but after she does, she kind of just like turns her head and looks away from you.
No.
Pissing off every last animal. in this
Not happy. She's like, next time you get into shit, I'm letting you get
That's
bit.
how you're wearing a collar.
Alright.
Alright, so how many
You don't
images
know
does
what
it
I'm
make?
glad Juno's a girl.
So I don't currently have anything open right now. So I've got my full
that
four.
iPhone? Who's
No,
that?
it's me. But I can, if it is touched, the recording device. If the recording device is touched, it it plays a recorded message, and it is a fully legitimate visual object, unless perception oversees it or does higher than it, or unless it's touched, then it will be realized that it is a fake.
Okay. So how many images does it make of the wolf?
How many images do you guys want me to make it make? I can
3.
only do up to 4 total.
4.
So, alright, that's gonna
Are
expand.
they the same repeating image? Like
It
copies
is.
of the same image? Is
It
gonna
will
be
be
like
the
obvious what's
They all
that
do
something's
the same
odd?
thing.
It will be the exact same thing. I can
think
only
you just-
I
repeat
think one.
image.
I think one is gonna be
Mhm.
the best bet.
Okay. I create one exact duplicate, the image, to exactly duplicate
Juno.
Juno.
Okay. God, these
Man,
guys-
Juno the name.
Juno. Juno.
Juno.
I have a whole nother
Juno.
set of
Come on.
non-J names.
Juno.
J doubles. What's this one called? Oh, Valor.
That's not.
That's 'cause
My
that's-
talents
Valor.
becoming worth
That's
it.
my friend's hog. It looks like Valor.
I love that my talents are actually worth the shit. I love it.
Alright.
The perception check is
Okay, take a 12.
yeah right. Oh my god. Yes.
Brazil, chill out.
Oh.
You're fine. You're not gonna waste away and die, child.
angry.
17 perception too. Hey, Bob.
Alright.
And as when we start moving, I'll reach out and touch a couple of mounds of snow, and they will shift in 2 mounds of snow about 5 feet high, so that they will travel with us and give us some cover,
Okay.
so that we can move with them. So they're gonna be fast moving, but I want them to be able, like, if they look over here, I want to be able to like move them in front of people, so that people can get low and stay behind them,
Okay.
provide cover.
Alright.
Use my ring.
Right.
Alright, you guys let me know when you're ready to make your
Right.
move.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I put 16 in your.
Why
Oh,
does
yeah.
it look like there's a purple circle around you?
Oh, because my aura is at 0 feet
Oh,
radius
okay.
right now. I don't know how else to turn it off.
That's fair.
No, don't worry about it. It's at least something that you guys have sent me money for.
Well,
I was like
so
telling you not to worry about it. 'cause I
Jib
don't
being
know.
the sneakiest,
I know.
probably lead off. That way you can pick the best.
And
trail
know
for
that you
the rest
raised
of the
me,
people, and
so
I'll be last.
I got the
I
leg
think I'm
up
probably
on
next sneakiest. Not that I'm very good at it, but
Oh shoot.
Hey, we haven't rolled yet. Don't count that. Take that back.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just, what was it?
I can't believe you dropped that. Disgusting.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It was a 2.
No, I didn't see it.
It was a 2. Alright, we're gonna go with that.
Right.
Alright, so if I can get everyone to go ahead and make their stealth checks as you give the command for the dire wolf to start heading off.
for the dire wolf is only heading
Yeah.
off if they like
Alright.
start looking at us or detecting us.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, I think it's an escape
Okay.
lever, but I'm not ready to pull yet. They're coming with us
Yeah.
until.
They're moving.
It's our backup
Yeah.
plan for failure. Go for it.
There's
I
Fall
will.
forward.
Can I use the
Huh?
two
there's still more.
I think there's like 1 or 2 left.
mounds of snow to help
Go.
help others?
Sure. Who do you want before they roll? Who do you want to?
I'm gonna do Pele and Kaz because they already have advantage.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
I have
perform the help
advantage.
action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all both have
You
advantage
got the
from
cat's
enhanced
face.
ability.
The cat's thing. Yeah.
Give them 2 advantage. I know Jib doesn't need it. I'm the only one that's gonna be fine in this.
Okay.
If I roll low, if I roll average, I'm okay.
Knowing that
You get to roll again.
you're doing all of that for us and knowing
Roll
that
again.
we got, help
I'm so
from,
sorry.
from our buddy over there,
Third brownie.
I'll go ahead and cast.
Oh, I've had like 6.
Yeah, I can't cast
They're
it
good,
because I'm
man.
using
Yeah,
that.
they're pretty good.
Normally
I might
would.
try them again, but
No,
in
no,
the right
normally I
pan,
would
then it'll
cast
be a
it on
little
myself,
thicker.
But I'm using the ring
So-
to help them. So,
Yeah, I can
that-
cast
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
I have no shame.
I got a
Alright.
18 to 16.
I'll cast guidance for you to help you.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's not a shit day, but I'll still use guidance just in case.
Okay, that's much better. What are we doing? Stealth.
So it is only +8.
We'll do.
Only.
I just know how I roll.
What
We're
are we
just
doing
doing
for
stuff.
movement?
Huh?
What are we doing for movement, buddy? Just haul ass across?
No, it's gonna be half movement because you're sneaking.
And we don't have tons of cover.
Yep.
So anytime you're doing sneaking, you have the movement to go across.
17, 18, 19.
I wasn't sure if it, I mean, that's what I was for.
Yeah.
I got 19.
I'm gonna go with a 19.
75,
Yeah, 22.
21.
19 for sneaky.
I have 23.
Okay.
Oh, we're all like very close.
I rolled real low.
Alright,
That's
so
what's
Yeah,
called
you had to
powerful.
roll low.
who rolled less than a 21?
Less than a 21?
I got a
I
19.
got 22.
I got a 19.
23.
One of the goblin scouts, he rolled a nat 20
Oh, nice.
for
Oh.
perception,
Fair enough.
and he's got one plus 1.
So is this in the wolf's off?
Yeah, it's in the wolf.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
did
is,
he spotted us clearly, or he just?
He spotted the 3 that were moving.
So I don't know if the wolf at this
Yeah.
point.
y'all
Did you
both,
notice
y'all
that
both
the-
rolled with advantage though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got
That
double
was-
15s.
I had 21.
That was the,
You
that
You
was
guys
the-
go ahead
that
and
was the
move
point.
your half your movement because that's where we'll end that, and then we'll have roll for initiative.
Oh god, this grid is
Are
so
we-
weird.
So have like a full round of movement. So
5,
No, it's only you only move half your movement.
Are we doing movement, or are we doing like action, bonus action,
No,
dash?
just movement. Yep. Because you guys don't know that he's been seen. That you guys have been
Right.
seen.
Yeah.
That's like nowhere.
How much is your movement?
40.
Oh, yeah. It's my
I've got 40 feet of movement.
Man.
Yeah, this the map scale didn't. I tried to fix it too, and it all it did was shrink the map even smaller. And I was like, fuck,
Oh,
no, that's
shit.
it.
Okay.
My bad. I didn't even do the. Alright, so I was right.
I was like, oh, there's different squares. I have to look.
Yeah, that,
No,
you,
still. Okay, I'm
you're
still
right-
20
you're right where
feet.
you're
I
supposed to
am.
be.
I'm right where I'm at. Yeah.
chill.
Oh god. No, man.
Is today like the day of everyone getting phone calls?
It's a manager that we
And
terminated
in my
that's calling.
defense,
I know.
my son is flying
Terminated
from Michigan.
I know, I'm like, I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, my son's flying from
Don't have any
Michigan
reason
today,
to.
and there's a whole thing. So, yeah.
We had to term her
Yeah.
because she kept
You do a family.
getting
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
and then not showing up for work.
'Cause-
I left my
If
phone
you had gotten
at
drunk
home
and turned on for work, would that have
yesterday,
been
went to
better?
work, came all the way home.
Communication
I
was
have one phone call from New Jersey.
not the
from
no
someone
call
I
no
don't
shows, and
know.
then we hear
I'm
from her like a day
I'm
later.
We had a guy. I don't know if he's
The whole
still
day
drinking
was
at
fine.
work, but
No
we had this
text,
new
no
guy they hired in the deli who the first couple days he
I
worked
finally
was just
beat my
getting
dad.
absolutely like wasted
finally
at
beat
work,
my dad.
and like
So,
he would talk to him and he'd be like slurring his
No,
words
not
and he'd
this
stumble
one.
around and
No,
stuff. And he's still working there.
So me
And
my
the
dad
managers
used
talked
to
to him and
each other
stuff,
money.
so I don't know what ended up happening, but everybody started calling him Fireball for a little bit.
So he'd be like, oh,
Because
you
he
need money
carrying around the bottles of
to
Fireball in his
everything.
pockets.
Send me too much.
And
I'll be
some
like, oh, you need
he
money
told
for
one of the
this, and
managers,
I'll
he's
send you
like,
too much.
everybody keeps calling me Fireball.
And so I
And
was
the
talking to him
manager's like,
earlier
nobody's
today
supposed to know about
because
that. Why does
he's
everybody know about that?
taking him to the airport.
And I'm like, because
And
he was walking around the store like
$6
obvious,
bags.
super drunk.
So I sent you $6. Didn't think anything.
Like,
Oh,
it was funny because like
Yeah, go ahead
I
and send me
kind of
the
like
60.
had this like
She was
thought
like,
that she was showing up drunk, but I was like,
Yeah.
it was only
you
$30.
know, you
So I
can't
just
like
came out and was
So
being
like I
hard
checked
call
the
them out
menu
on
and
it,
everything, and it was
and
$30
like I'm an
for check
external
bag.
person, so I'm not like
So
always in the
he has the
restaurant.
receipt.
And
Make sure
it
you
was
let me
really
know
just
how much
kind
it
of like
is.
my
so that I can see
perception,
the rest
Yeah.
of it.
and
And
so
I was
I was
like,
like, you know,
cool,
whatever.
sounds
Like,
good.
nothing
Also,
bad was
sounds
happening, so
like
I was like,
I
whatever.
win.
And then
You
the
have
first
$30.
time she like
I
didn't
knew
show
that
up
was
because
gonna
she was drinking
happen.
the night
So
before.
thank you
like,
for dropping my kid off at the airport.
She's showing up drunk to work
That's
all
on
the
the
time.
CCTV.
And
How much
I like
the
spoke
taxi
with
ride
my
would have
area
cost.
leader, and I was like,
So,
I feel
yeah.
like she's showing up drunk to
Yeah.
work all the time.
I want to take
He's like,
care of
So he's
How
like,
do you ask that man?
I
I'm
see
like,
you win this.
Yeah,
trip.
do on the
unless you don't, unless
the-
Careful game of one
it's
of
not
us going to get
alcohol
paid.
Yeah.
or like it
Yeah,
visually like see.
So then he was fine.
or sometimes there's going to be an accident or something.
He gets
Unfortunately.
30.
We have a guy like that at work who drinks while he's on like lunch or he goes out on break and drinks,
Every
and
time I go visit him, because they live like 2 hours away.
like
I go visit
you
him.
wouldn't, you can
And
smell
you
it,
fill up the car.
but like otherwise you can't
Because part
tell.
of
Like he doesn't
his
act any
part-time
different or
job, he
anything.
didn't wanna get
So
paid.
that's why nobody ever makes a really big deal about it. But like because of the stall and everything back there, I think if he did, like, get, like, sloppy
Everyone knew
drunk.
where they were supposed to be, right?
Yes, sir.
no, I haven't yet. I'm sorry.
Part of his job was to get gas. It was like part of his payment.
He said half move.
So
Right?
you always fill up
Yep.
the gas and then you give me $100. Like every time. He's always trying to slide it to me like some trick. I said, you're gonna give it to me. You give it to me every time. What's this some trick?
Yep.
He's like, don't tell your mother. I'm going like, I don't have to tell my mother. My mother's not stupid. She knows you give me
She
money
knows,
every
she
time.
knows what you're doing. Yeah.
I have never for once thought I need to tell my mother this information. She knows everything you're up to, old man. She just knows it ain't worth fighting if it's not that important.
Facts.
And is she gonna argue with you, give him money to you or something?
Yeah. Oh no, not give money to my kid.
So the kind of parents that have to not say things around, because it's like, oh, you know, my vehicle broke down last week.
Was that
I
stealth
wasn't
roll
asking for
also
money, I
our,
was just
our
telling you.
initiative, or do
I
we
had
need
to
a roll?
spend
No,
money.
you're gonna need a roll initiative.
Okay.
Are you ready for initiative?
Oh.
Don't forget your initiative.
Are you ready for initiative?
I don't know, let me see. Oh, maybe, that's not a bad roll. Maybe I'm in advantage, so 22.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Look at that!
And I'm still gonna be at the bottom of the turn order.
And
That's
another
fine.
15.
It's okay, sometimes, I don't wanna be first.
That's fair.
I just wanted the advantage on perception that my shield gives me. The advantage on initiative is just,
Initiative.
Okay, turnover was there a second ago, did it disappear?
Dice are not with me today.
Uh,
14 on initiative.
Yeah, we're rolling this.
Yeah.
Then you should, it should have been something.
You rolled with advantage on this.
Do you have
I did.
anything that gives you advantage or
yes.
anything?
Also, thank you
Not to my
for
knowledge.
specifically pointing that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the reason I have dark vision.
That's in there if you had any items or something that would help you
No,
out.
only item I have is the sword. And I got the ring of finger blast. I don't care
You
what-
have to cast like this, right?
Yeah,
Like this.
you gotta go pew pew.
Pew pew.
You have to do it like this, the lesbian movie.
Pew pew. I love that item.
So
Did,
it's got
did any of you guys listen to Dungeons and Daddies?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
not consistently, but I've seen it a few times.
I've watched like the first like half of the first like season.
Yeah, it's about where I am. It's like halfway through the first season.
Yeah, like they made it to a pit where there was a bunch of people having sex.
Yes.
In the pit. Okay. and I've made it to the point to where they're like right after that.
After they drop the pyramid on the pit. And
After they drop the pyramid on the pit, yes.
And kill everybody.
Pele, armor class, does a 20, a modified 20 hit?
Yes. Sorry, I was like, are we still doing initiatives? I'm so confused.
Yeah. They get around to hit you because
it does not.
Heard.
It doesn't, unless they.
It does not, and I'm going to use.
Oh, if he's going to use something, never mind.
Yep. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Is she within 5 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay. Then no, it does not hit because what's your armor class?
19, 18.
18 plus proficiency, which is 4, so 20, 21, 22, 20, 23 is your armor class for this round.
Okay.
And that's because of.
That is because when the attack that is going to hit her makes itself known, I am able to notice it and
How?
protective wings.
No, how are you going to notice it?
Because we're within 5 feet of each other. It just says as a reaction. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using a reaction.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a reaction, an ally within 5 feet of me is going to gain my proficiency bonus to their AC.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Cool. And how
For-
many times can you do that?
I can do that 3 times.
3 times. Cool. And she keeps
Within
track of that.
I got you.
Yeah. So a giant ice boulder flies towards you, and a protective wing whips out in front of you, blocking you from the blast as it shatters.
Is it angelic or demonic?
It is demonic.
As it just shatters on the wing. You see
You
the
can
wing
tell
kind of
you go
flicker
Bat
for a
wing,
moment,
is it bat wing or
and then it
like
stops.
black feathers?
Black feathers.
Okay.
100% black
One of
feathers.
those slightly
and kind of
more
fades
than
away
the other.
again.
That's really cool.
For flavor purposes.
Flavor of service.
Flavor service. For flavor purposes.
We're all eating
Nobody
dinner
can
and
fucking
flavor
speak
services.
today.
I think I'm the only one that has not butchered something, and that's always me.
Yes.
I know, that's
Yeah.
always me, so.
No, you butchered something way earlier. You started it.
because you and I are so close together that when I see the attack heading towards you, you see my armor start to spin up and everything and start to glow, and a set of wings that you haven't seen before, which are kind of like a metallic, feathery type wing, sprout from my back and block the attack that is heading directly towards you.
I'll be like, that's really cool. How many more tricks you got in that suit? Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. I want to be surprised.
So I was like, why don't you do that more often?
Because no one's within 5 feet of me.
Wow. It's because you always run away after you hit things.
You're not wrong. Also, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. All right. Now let's get everyone else's
Bigger
armor.
wings, make it 10 feet.
I wish. Oh, I wish. But that does use my
Pele. Oh wait,
Uh,
hold on.
19.
Bad initiative.
You got a 19?
Yeah.
19. Hopefully.
that does use my reaction.
I can't give anybody up because it's not nighttime yet.
Kaz.
Advantage on initiative.
28.
It's weird trying to balance around
8.
the two domains.
Oh, fuck.
I get a roll with advantage, and I get +8.
I don't know why I was like waiting for somebody to get a stuff. I remember
To
it.
advantage or
Oh,
to
did you
It's
say?
really, it's really the same.
17.
Some different
I have a +2 to initiative instead of a +8.
Swage.
Oh, 19.
You and Pele have to roll, or whoever got the higher dex.
I don't know. Hers is mine's 2. D6. Got a 4.
Kaz, can you roll a d6 for her?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna touch her dice after we just had that conversation.
I'm not rearranging her dice. The girl rearranged her dice.
Man.
Plus, it's for her roll. 4.
Roll again.
5.
And
2.
she loses. This is all your fault.
Chris made me do it.
That's fair.
He said, touch your dice.
Touch your dice.
That was very who could tell.
Jib?
Yeah.
Echo.
I like that.
Jib.
What's Jib's?
Jib.
14. Your my ass whooped by
Oh,
this
that
dice.
is
Get him out of the way now.
dice are
Bless
not.
you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I don't know the word listening. So one thing in a workplace you don't want to be blessed in the particular moment.
Of course,
Don't
guns
sneeze.
untight.
Don't sneeze in the bathroom, man. Silas.
22, and I rolled a 2 on my d6
Two.
because I saw the guy.
Obviously,
He
work
rolled
being
6.
at the bottom.
Yeah, he beat me. That's okay with me.
Okay, top of the round. Kaz, you're up, and you got full movement now. What would you like to do? Swage, or you called the dire wolves, right?
Hmm?
You called the dire wolf. At the end of your
Okay.
turn, you I can't, for some odd reason it won't let me. Oh wait, now it will. Okay, cool. Let me control by. I don't know. Cool. You have control over the dire wolf.
Okay. Thank you.
Do I get my reaction back?
And on your action.
On your
On my-
start of your turn, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't think she heard us.
Knock him out, Kaz. It won't be long.
Yeah, I don't think she did either.
No, she didn't.
I'm so sorry. What?
Well, you sneezed and we all said bless you.
Oh, no,
I didn't.
you
Yeah,
guys.
like 4 of us said.
I refuse to bless you.
And we said guns untight
I
too.
abstain.
In
Yeah,
case,
but he
in
did.
case you
He
did.
did tell Kaz to touch your dice.
Touch your dice.
Did you touch my dice?
Yeah, I put it back in the right spot though.
Touch your dice.
But
He did it
they
with
weren't
the utmost
rearranged.
respect.
No, he had to roll because he had to roll against Swage.
Put it in his
We got the
mouth.
same initiative. We had to roll off.
Oh, heard that.
And although I lost, at least I lost with your dice, so it was less bad.
You only bear some responsibility.
I wouldn't roll that dice again for the rest of the night. I'm just saying.
So
Was it that
Kaz.
one?
Yeah, it was that one. Okay.
Touch your dice.
All you did was piss her off, water.
Yeah, well.
Valdez, cut it out.
The fan was on in there. Yeah, I didn't hear you guys.
Trust
Okay.
me, this was way more fun anyway. To do it
So-
this way than any other way.
Actually, I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
Touch your dice.
Move my 40 feet here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bust out the lightning javelin again. This time I'm going to use its full properties.
Touch your dice.
So I'm throwing it at the one in the back here.
I can't help it. Sorry.
Okay.
And before I do this, I'm going to preface that by saying I'm going to rage. Not a frenzied rage, just a regular rage.
Rage.
So what happens when I hurl it, I speak the command word. Don't ask me what that is yet. I haven't decided. And it transforms. It transforms into a bolt of lightning, and it forms a line 5 feet wide that extends out from me to the target within 120 feet. Each creature in that line, excluding me and the target, they have to make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw. And they take 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much. And then once it hits the target, if it hits the target, then the target takes the regular javelin damage plus 4d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
So I'll roll for that.
That's a lot of rules.
Roll your dice. Sorry. I'm having
Stuck in your head.
Yeah, and I'm just having a time right now.
If we make attacks using dexterity with Cat's Grace, do we get advantage?
No, because
No,
it only
it's not
affects
check.
ability
The
checks.
check. Attack's not an ability check.
Yeah.
It seems like it should be.
You're using your ability, so yeah.
Then you wouldn't have enhanced ability because that's too powerful.
16
I
hit?
was like, that seems okay.
No.
No. Okay. So
15
then that
ability, probably.
is unfortunate. So
I'm gonna
you
use
just
it
kind
for
of
things
flopped
you-
into the snow, unfortunately. And that is the end of my turn there.
Okay.
Did you lightning bolt those two, or
No, I missed.
Mother.
All right. Next up is going to be all of their turns. Cool. Perfect.
No. Not my guy.
It's okay, I raged.
nat 20.
No,
I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. It missed.
Nah.
You wouldn't
Silver
do that.
bars.
You wouldn't do that to me.
If it's within 60 feet, it will be.
I don't know. Is this 60 feet of you?
It's within 60 feet of me. Within 60 feet of Pele as well.
Okay. Are you wanting a silver rebarb set?
I didn't know if you were joking yet.
No, I was not.
Yeah, silver rebarb. I silver rebarb set, yes.
Alright. So, it's going to be, that one's at 14. It's going to be at 21. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay, and then the other two, one was a 19 plus numbers, and then the other one was an 18 plus numbers. So
What were the numbers? 1 and 2 are numbers.
higher.
Higher, no. Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
All right.
I would help. I
And
can't.
high
I
enough.
already used my.
That's fine. That's why I raged when I ran up there.
I used my help on Pele already.
You told him to touch my dice.
Darker dice.
That's what I thought. Okay. So attack. It's gonna be 16, 20. It's gonna be 20 points of damage, and needs you to make a con save for the first attack.
I don't have any reactions left. Damn it.
25.
Okay, good. You're not
Oh,
affected.
you're good. Never mind.
16 points for the second one. Another con save.
Not 20.
That was so cool!
It rolled off the edge of the.
That was so cool! It danced. It like did a twirl.
Yeah, it
and
like
then-
landed on the edge of the tray, spun a little bit, and then tipped off and threw a 20.
I definitely saw that.
15 points for the third attack, and another con save.
He's like, I need to
And fail.
Not 20.
Oh shit, he did.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right.
There's all your luck.
Yeah, I'm alright with it. Have it.
All right, and then it's this guy.
Stay away from me. Don't get near
He
me.
has no luck left.
No, don't get within 30 feet.
23 to hit Pele.
That does it.
I block it.
Has the round ended? Does the
Nope.
or is it just once during the round?
Yeah, how are they all getting a sneak attack? I thought we were sneaking up on them. What's happening? Oh, we're in
We're in the
initiative now.
yeah. You're
Okay.
in combat now.
Just that one guy was like hyper acute.
Yeah.
He's an OCD guy.
All the goblins just did lines. This is not
No,
good.
yeah, no. So what I did, I just grouped
This
them.
doesn't snow at all. Holy
I just-
shit.
I
You
just-
would have thought they were
'cause this
rock goblins.
Now these get your butt down from there.
I need to hang out with these goblins.
They're not rock goblins, they're crack goblins.
Yeah, I grouped them all together.
That's fine.
Yeah. I've seen that before. It helps a lot.
Yeah, because I was trying to expedite this so we can get it done before Pele has to leave.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got you.
Thanks. Okay.
It's going to be 22 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength check.
Don't have any reactions left. Okay.
Should I roll separate initiative for the wolves, or they go after me?
No, they just go right after you.
$11.
11. You are knocked back 10 feet, and you are prone.
Rude.
So you bump into Issei and push him back 5 feet, and then you're laying on the ground now.
Rude. Also, yeah.
I mean, because that was the trajectory.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
They're like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's a giant ice bolt that just hits you in the side.
Rude.
Alright, Silas, you're up.
Oh shit. I'll move forward, even though I don't really want to. So about there, 30 feet or so, then I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at this guy. Wisdom 16, if I remember correctly.
Somebody call him a bitch.
16. Oh.
He rolled a natural 18.
Yeah,
plus
he's got it.
six. Yeah.
Nothing happens then, and then I'm gonna
Why did I keep doing that?
continue moving over to here.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash as a bonus action.
Gotcha. Alright, Swage.
With my 60 feet of movement with a dash, I'll run right up next to Kaz. Use my action to dash, bonus action to cast spiritual weapon and form the orange spectral angle in front of me and try to hit the closest one. I'll just cast that at second level. Um, 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Did we skip the guy with the 20 initiative?
No, he threw a boulder at Pele.
They threw a boulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I only have three people on there for initiative, so it's just super,
Okay,
super
cool.
quick.
So 10 force damage to the one that's closest to me. And that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Pele.
Pele's going to get up and move just 15 feet.
Oh shit, the wolves, I forgot.
Turn. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
What's their speed?
40 or 50.
50 feet. So they can definitely get up in the mix. Well, there's only one. There's only one, right?
Yeah.
One's just an image.
Yeah, the other one's an after image.
So which one do I have control of? This one, I guess.
I don't know. It's using science. It could be before image.
Somewhere there.
Sure.
I don't know how to turn it, but and then it has an action to bite. Let's see, with advantage. 16 plus 5, 21. 21 to hit on the same one I tried to drop the anvil on.
Yep, that hits. Well, you did drop the anvil on it.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you hit with it.
12 piercing damage, and it has to make a DC 13 strength save.
It fails.
So it's prone.
Cool.
That's it.
Right.
No, you're fine. The only thing that sucks is, does the wolf have HP?
Does it have HP?
Yeah.
Sure.
Darn it! I was gonna do something that was gonna attack most of everything.
Fireball.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a fireball, and I really don't want to kill.
Another animal?
It'll come back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna learn to love to hate us.
Pele's been the one majority of the time killing these things. So here we go again. We're doing it again. I'll throw a fireball. And so the point of origin should be, I checked it right here, so I'll hit that one, right there, but it won't hit this guy, the bottom guy. This guy, and then it will just be in front of,
Because it does what, an 8 by 8?
what?
It's an 8 by 8.
Yeah, basically.
So that's what you're trying to drop? Where would you like to drop it?
Little,
Make up a
one
little.
back. One, diagonal back.
I will give you control of it, so you can put it where you want.
Right there.
How about the spell pack?
Nice.
Oh my god, this grid is...
I wish I could
Not
share
my
it with you
friend.
guys so you guys can be able to pull it. I don't know if you guys can. If you guys go to subscriptions and see if the spell pack is there.
I'm gonna get lost if I try to do that now. I will look into it this weekend though.
Hold on, just got there. Can I?
Yeah, yeah.
I think if you go down a little, it'll hit all of them,
Oh, you don't
except
have.
for that bottom guy.
You don't
You
have.
don't care if you hit the animal.
Where's your chat screen? That's what I want.
Dancing. Oh, I don't think that's it.
Subscription subs.
No, yeah, you guys don't. Okay, cool. That's what I just wanted to check. I wish there was a way I could share it with you guys.
it's 20 feet by 20 feet, but I don't know why it's.
Is that too small?
It's the grid is
Yeah.
off centered,
So it's like it's a 15-foot instead of a 20-foot.
Yeah, because it's. I'm trying to put it right there, center right there, so then it hits there,
Yeah, it does. Well,
and here.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little off, but it's fine as long as I just want to make sure like it's accurate. That oh shoot, gosh darn it.
Hitting everybody but the bottom goblin.
Yeah. So one.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me freaking like. I normally can stretch these.
Here, and here.
It's an inch
you
wide.
can resize the grid.
No, I tried doing that, and all it did was shrink the map. That's fucking annoying. I don't know why it's not letting me actually like expand this spell. Like it normally pops up with like maybe if I just refresh the screen. Hold on, let me try doing that. Let's see if that fixes it. Because I can normally make the spell bigger or my icons and stuff bigger, but it's not letting me. It wasn't letting me do that. There it is.
As long as we know that it's just hitting those ones, like that's all that matters. So they have to all make a dex save. So everyone
There you
except
go.
for the
How's
bottom. That's good. Yeah. Everyone but the bottom goblin from the what I
That's
checked.
my nickname in high school.
The bottom goblin.
I'll have to make dex saves.
Whatever makes you happy. No judgment, no kink shaming.
All right, so
No kink shaming.
the
You
creature
right.
down this one right here fails.
No yucking my yums.
This one
Don't
passes.
yuck my young.
And then the two goblins, they both fail.
Okay. So top guy passes, everyone else fails.
And then I'm gonna get rid of
Sucks
that.
to be involved, I guess.
I don't even remember what that was. Oh, I got 1 6 out of that.
Did you roll for the wolves too?
Was it a dex save or something?
The
Yeah.
wolves come out at night.
Mostly.
For the one save.
10, 20.
And then I'm assuming once that spell goes off, it's going to destroy the column.
27 fire damage.
So definitely, the wolf definitely failed the save, but how many hit points does this one have is the question. The average is 37. I think for the summon ones in the necklace they go to the max, but this I imagine
Yeah,
is just the,
it's just-
the
yep.
average. So
Average.
it's got 10 hit points left. It's not dead. Just angry now.
A little cinch. It's got that smell.
And that necklace that you have is broken, correct? If the spell hits it, Isaac?
If the spell hits it,
Mm-hmm.
the ring that I have.
No, the necklace, the collar that you put on it.
It was caught in a fireball.
Yeah.
AoE.
If it gets hit or attacked at any point,
Yep.
yes, it is completely done.
Alright, there you go.
And I end my turn.
Alright, Isaac, you're up.
All right. Let me check my. We're half right now.
No, you
No, you're
No,
not
I was
sleeping.
half because
yeah,
I
'cause
was
she got
prone.
knocked prone.
40. Okay, I want to move here from my 40. From my 40 feet of movement. And. What's that spell? My fault. I was sitting there looking at. And I'm going to cast Catapult on this guy right here. That guy, closest guy. That is going to do a spell to hit, right? And
Yep.
spell attack is plus 11. 38? No, 9. 39 to hit. 29.
29.
29 to hit.
Okay, so what are you throwing at him in catapult?
So the spell storing item,
Frozen.
which is the thing I'm using, he pulls one of the ball bearings that he has.
Okay, yeah. Well, you said you were casting it on him. I was like, wait, you're trying to pick him up and catapult him?
Oh, no.
That's what that was confusing me because you can only move 1 to 5 pounds.
Yeah.
With it. That's why.
No,
I
my
wanted to
fault.
Check.
Yeah, one of the items that I have on my character is a set of ball bearings.
Got it. Cool.
And he looks down and it's like, "You son of a bitch!" And he has
Is
one
that
of the ball
armor?
bearings
Is
across
that
it,
ball
and he-
bearings? I'm not surprised.
All right. So which one were you trying to hit?
This guy right here.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And then he will do 4d8 bludgeoning damage.
Did you upcasted it?
Because as a spell storing item, he is casting it at a 2nd level.
So yeah, it's upcasting.
Upcasting.
They're just using the spell somewhere.
And that is a very good roll. 16, 17, 18, 19, 26 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Right in the kisser.
26 bludgeoning damage with the ball bearing, and he will doesn't have any more movement, so will end said turn.
Gotcha.
After hitting him with a
Metal ball. Got it.
metal,
Like hitting him with your
tiny,
balls.
tiny
Got
metal
it.
ball.
Cool. Little kids, you're gonna hit with your balls.
Throw my little balls.
Yeah.
He likes it. I mean, he took a lot of damage from it.
Likes it.
All right, Jib.
Bonus action rage. I'm gonna use. I think it's like 45 feet. It's hard to tell on this map for sure. But I'm using
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it's
movement to get over there. And then
Yep.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks. Hopefully. Flop me, run it.
Oh, you're not. They're not flanked yet. I don't think.
Nope.
What do I add to it again? 11? Yeah. So, does a 14 hit?
Does not.
Big whiff, right out the gate.
At least it wasn't an outlaw.
And then, second attack, 21.
That will hit.
Okay. Boy, this thing's whooping my ass today, man.
You get sneak attack because you're next to an ally.
Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Either have advantage or next.
Yeah, you missed the whole beginning
Or
part
there's an ally
of
next
game when we started levels 1 through 5. That's where I helped you out. I helped everybody out. So since you weren't here, I'll make sure.
So just run the next 5 levels, he helps you out.
Yeah, we really haven't had to deal with that previous because you were like, I'm gonna hide, or I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Or you normally get to go before the bad guys go.
Yeah, I'm
So.
rolling real bad today. Alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 23, 24, plus 9. 33.
Nice.
You still have your what's the thing called? Whales of the Dead or something?
Yeah, but we know that doesn't work on these guys.
Was it all of the
After
monster
sneak
types,
attack,
or-
another target within 30 feet takes 2d6 necrotic damage.
Yeah,
I can do
necrotic
that 4
didn't-
times a day.
Did
It didn't do shit.
To any of them, or just the little
Just
These
goblin?
dudes.
that's the only thing he used them on last time.
Yeah,
Was just
so
those
I
ones.
just know it doesn't work on them. Kind of,
And the other guys are out of your reach for that.
yeah. Wait, it's 30 feet? I guess that guy would be. This guy's out.
Yeah, that guy's out. But you might be able to get that ice dude.
2d6. Marked right there. Can't go nowhere.
Cool.
Didn't get to hit and run, so I'm gonna get hit a lot.
Wales is dead and that thing horny right to you.
It's okay.
27 to hit you, Jeb, for the first attack.
Oh,
Roll that with disadvantage. I'm gonna use my reaction. Defensive fighting.
So it would have been a straight roll then.
Okay.
Still would have been.
Okay.
And a 28 to hit.
Why is he getting advantage for attacking Chip?
Because he's next to one of his goblin kin.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of their. It's their
Okay.
pack
Just,
tactics.
yeah, that's cool.
They're-
I just wanna-
It is
How
their
it works
personal
when you
screw
DM.
you.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, right?
DM, got
Goblins
you.
get that. Pat
Nope.
tat.
Got yous are completely different. That's just
Got the same thing the wolf has. Jimbo's got that too.
goblins being dicks.
Goblins being goblins. Mother.
Yeah, you guys didn't really deal with it that much because you guys killed the little goblins first. The last time you were dealing with them.
Yeah, well.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
It's going to be 34 points of damage for the first attack.
Is that like slashing?
Slashing.
So half.
Yep.
Is that right? I think so too.
Yes, that is okay.
It's going to 34. 37 for the second slashing.
18.
18. Running it down, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that's the lowest I've been.
Yep. His giant axe cleaved into you.
What deek?
And then we're back at top of the round. Kaz, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack the one there right above me. That
Yep.
the one I'm gonna have advantage to attack. First attack. 19 hit.
19 does hit.
Sweet.
This dice thing, fuck you, man.
22
Not your friend.
for the first attack.
Bad day for your boy, though.
And my second attack. 25.
25 does hit.
That's 18 damage for that second attack. And then that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, it's gonna be their turn. Alright, so first goblin attacking. Attack the. Fuck it's. No, Cass is the last person to hit him.
I get to roll a bunch of dice.
That's gonna be a miss. Second goblin attacking Kaz. It's another natural 20.
God
Just let me tank it.
Only me. I've already silver bar.
Yeah, I got it.
You sure?
Hasn't been my turn again.
Alright,
got it.
then we'll go ahead and we'll just roll that one now.
All of my reactions protect myself.
I need sure.
They can't protect me like
He says he wants to tank it, so
They said take
I'm
it.
letting him tank it.
Let him tank it.
He can think about tanking. So
He can think about
he's thinking about it.
Oh, go to
That
the spec
tank
The
tank.
tink it tankin'.
Tinker Tanker Bell.
Oh,
Take
tank
32
tank is a
points
different.
of damage.
take a-
and
32?
Yep, need you to make a con save.
Was the tanking okay?
Yeah, 16 damage.
Take it, take it.
He can take a shot. I just don't like him.
26 damage. I mean 26 con save.
Yeah, you're good.
Take 26 damage
Yeah,
too.
I don't think that's how that's working. Alright, and then the last attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
That misses.
That one misses. Cool. Alright. It is the big guy's turn. Let's see.
A bunch of goblins. Punchy, punchy, bitey, bitey.
Punch, punch back.
Dicky, dicky.
Oh, now a fireball would be perfect. No, just kidding.
I'm resistant right now.
You're resisting?
I'm resistant to fire until the sun goes down.
Darn it. How did I do that?
Do it.
TPK.
Bet you won't do it.
In the state of my paleo, maybe.
Oh, you got both the barbarians who get advantage on the save. With danger set, so.
Yeah, I'm way out
The
of
person
the way.
that's resistant, I'm way out of the way, you're way out of the way.
Bet you won't do it. Get on.
Okay.
Which enhanceability also with saves. That'd be nice. Advantage on saves.
There are higher level spells that do that.
Okay, I need Swage, Kaz,
And Sway can absorb elements. so
one of
you
my
can fire.
goblins, and the wolf to make dex saves.
What's he doing?
Natural 20.
He's doing ice breath.
Natural 20. No, 2 natural 20s.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Alright, so you guys are taking.
We're gonna take half
Is
of
it
that.
about that size as far as it's pretty much like burning hands or something? Is it about that size, like that big an area?
Yeah, that's it's a 15-foot cone.
Oh,
I just
okay,
need
cool.
something to get the.
No, that's fine. I'm
Like
just
cone effect.
trying to see if you just use this small cone and didn't need a big one, or determines how close they get.
It's gonna be 13 points of damage, half, so 6. Right.
What type of damage?
Cold.
It's chilly.
And at the start of your next turn, since you're within 20 feet of that golem, you guys will be taking frost damage.
I'm sorry, how much damage did you say? Cold breath?
Halved is 6. Yeah, full is 13.
Okay.
Alright, so the wolf is down to 4 HP, but Swage has resistance to cold from the cold shoulder shield that he has. So I took 3 cold damage.
Me too.
I figured we were coming here eventually. So I was like, I'm gonna make an item that will protect me from that when we go to Kaz's backstory.
Okay. Alright, and then next up in order, Silas.
I am going to duck down behind this tree, basically move up a little bit, hide as a bonus action. Ooh, that's a 14, so probably not. But I am going to coat my sword in poison
Okay.
as an action.
Gotcha. Alright. And sweet.
What must have those?
You're gonna take 8 points of cold damage since you're in his aura. There's no save for it. It's just it permeates.
So resist cold damage down to 4.
Yeah. It doesn't stop any resistances. It just because he's so cold, he's just bellowing it out of him.
He's a furnace of freezing.
Okay.
Does he have an Arnold Schwarzenegger thing?
Everybody chill.
Sorry to freeze you out.
He's like, I'm cold as ice. Honestly, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was the best Mr. Freeze.
100%. It's fun.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
No, I don't care what you say.
Did you never?
Michael Keaton was
did
also
you,
the best Batman.
Did you ever see? I'll agree with the Michael Keaton. Did you ever see the Mr. Freeze, the second Batman movie? After he did, then you have not seen the best Mr. Freeze.
I didn't even know they did a Mr.
The
Freeze.
second animated
Called
Batman movie,
like Sub-Zero or something like that.
Sub-Zero or
Oh,
something
that's
like that.
I haven't watched anything.
Arkham.
It is the
The arc of Mr.
best
Freeze
Mr.
was
Freeze
really good.
story.
The only animated one I watched is the one where Batman is like a samurai or a ninja.
Okay, so you watched the worst one.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Hey,
Shanghai.
guys, I gotta
It's
go.
the Shanghai one.
Yeah.
That is an awesome Batman.
All right, so Silas did that switch.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Seems like a good time for Spirit Guardians since they're all deciding to be in my mosh pit. So I'll cast Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
What do you?
Some would say you're disrespecting your surroundings.
I am disrespectful.
A wicked guitar solo.
It's all open.
What time of day is it?
One note chugging, baby.
What time of day is it?
It's like 5:15, 5:20.
So getting toward evening.
Yep.
40 minutes till
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when that spell changes because his.
I'm just saying, there he throws up and then he usually become little dragons, but they're just like gray and charcoal gray and black dragons are just like halfway there, so it's a half and a half.
Mm-hmm. Just
Okay.
like spectral rust.
All right, so you cast Spirit Guardians.
Yep. And then bonus action, spiritual weapon attack
Yep.
against the same guy. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Max damage, 13 force damage.
Nice. That was fucking ass like I asked it to. Cool. Anything else?
No, I'm just getting ready to roll all the d8s for this.
Pele. Fireball.
And again.
I can take it.
Fireball.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like,
Sadly enough, everybody there can kind of handle it, except for that wolf. The wolf might have issues.
Idiot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna activate a Chandelier Pele Stride.
Pele Stride.
Really strong.
And that's my bonus action.
Okay.
Covered in clouds of steam as her feet hit the snow.
Well, that's ice. She's stepping on.
Ice.
No, I was like, I'm gonna
So-
do it.
Pools of fluid. Oh,
Water start to come around her feet.
I can shape that into pretty thing.
And then
So she falls asleep.
That's all I should do is find control water, make little clouds of like snowflakes explode under her feet.
Yeah.
Or if it's special effects director.
as 20, so I'm at 15. So I'm gonna swing by this guy and do an attack.
Okay. Attack at your halt content.
I don't know. I want to change my best. Use the different one. Does a
Probably not.
yeah? I don't think so. It does a 17 hit.
It does not.
I know what's wrong. We don't have our hype man. We need our hype man back.
We need the
That's with
hype man.
advantage.
Yeah.
We're
having
rolling
my
again.
That's with advantage.
Critical fail.
Oh no, it's not with advantage.
It's been a long rest. You lose the hype man. He wanders off the
That was
board.
a 10.
He's not doing
10?
anything cool.
Thank you. 18.
18 to hit.
Yeah, there's nothing to hype.
How was that one a 21 and the other one was an 18? If the one was a 6 and.
No, that was a 17. And then 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait. Oh no, that's right. I rolled a 10. See, I forgot it. I'm gonna use Ben luck. What the hell? 21.
That will hit.
All right. Cool.
This is your offhand strike.
No, this is the actual hit. Cause the stride is a bonus
you
action.
rolled once, and then you rolled again. And
That
then
was for
you rolled the
the
third.
second was for flanking.
Tides of Chaos.
2 for flanking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have advantage. That's right.
Why do you? Oh, because of
Yeah.
Because we get 2
There's
for
a
flanking.
buttload of people.
Gotcha.
Two flanking.
Flesh cloud.
2
Roll
rolls.
twice for flesh
Flonky,
cloud.
flonky, she said.
Okay, just to make sure
Is that
you're
what
saying
they
what I
call
think
that?
you're saying.
Is that a flesh
Yeah,
cloud?
I think you're saying
I think I
flesh
came up with that
cloud.
for the
Oh no,
the
it's
last
a
seven
flonky.
stop.
German.
Several flesh
He's
clouds.
flanking in German. Flonky.
Not down the thing.
I don't speak German.
Oh,
Cumulus
speaking of
is
which,
still
Cumulus.
16.
16.
Oh, I'm sorry. 16.
Sounds like you said
Uh,
flesh clouds.
It is what I said.
That will be a completely different spot.
No, that is what I said.
Do anything else swimming in a flesh cloud?
24.
24 points.
Man, everybody
Damn.
was swimming in a flesh
Nice.
cloud.
From
And
a
then-
spell or an attack?
What?
From a spell or your attack?
I've done that
That's
in other
from the
games, but not in
strike.
this one.
Damn.
Yep. Roll.
And then I still got some movement, so I'm gonna swing by this guy. Oh shoot. Yeah. However,
Yeah.
right on top of him.
Yeah.
And so he gets that strike. 6,
Plus 6. Cool.
and then pull back.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
So, Cass. Spid Steak is German, or not German, but Goliath for, or you could do Stig Spear, or Spid, which is light spear for your lightning damage.
Okay.
That is Goliath. If you want, I'm just
Yeah.
because I have the dictionary.
Paste
open
that.
now.
Paste that in like Discord or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Tell me to spell later, and I can.
Yeah. Alright, so that's Pele. It's
Word. Give me
To your mama.
that. Hiya. Lightning bolt. I cast lightning bolt.
cool. What are you doing?
Stand by one.
You're going like that.
Sea wolf.
That's not how you spell lightning.
As long as it doesn't hit.
Are you doing that?
Yep.
Are you doing
No, he's
that?
not doing. He's
What
not
are you
even
doing?
on that screen right now. He's looking it
Are
up.
you
He's
doing
looking
that?
at the lightning.
You like it
Or
like
are you doing
this?
that?
Whole,
This
whole,
way.
whole nother thing.
Does the lightning bolt come out of your booty?
That one.
Is that a flesh
Yeah.
cloud?
That's
So it
a
lines up
booty
with all
bolt.
three. And
Booty
the
bolt?
I'm assuming lightning.
If you do
lightning
wrong,
with
then
all
it's a
three
flesh
plus
cloud.
this guy. Unfortunately.
If you hiccup in the middle, you're dead man.
Okay, they gotta make dex saves.
Where is lightning?
He
bolt?
hiccuped
Is it
and
in
then clenched,
Tasha's?
and it was all over.
What do you need to save?
Lightning.
And this is gonna be for the 3 goblins. Let's see. I don't think any of those passed.
Where's lightning bolt?
Dude,
Is it in Xanthar's?
dear lord, girl.
No, lightning bolt's player template.
That's what I thought. I didn't find it.
I just go to a new tab and type in lightning bolt 5e, and it will come up. That's how I find all my spells, because they're online somewhere.
That's my
You
Yeah,
not wrong.
hold on.
So
I got you.
Previous.
It's 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. Dexterity is saving throw.
8d6.
Yep, 8d6.
Yeah,
Basically, right.
it's always 86.
What's your save?
Save is DC 17.
17. Alright, so all 3 goblinoids, they fail.
Nice. Did the big guy fail?
I'm rolling.
It's not a session if you don't roll dice, man. Now I'm gonna start rolling good. Start relating. Damn.
So the big guy, he also fails. I'm assuming the
You don't
wolf.
need to see what that face is.
Probably failed.
You're looking right at it.
Yeah, gotta be a 17.
It is not delicious.
Yeah.
Gotta be 17.
Yes, go back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8d6?
Yep.
8d6. Alright.
Drop it like it's electric.
It's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
That's not nice.
Actually, it's pretty
That's,
accurate.
that's alright. Alright.
Woogie, woogie.
20. 23, 24, 27 lightning damage. Down the line. Also, that would hit my turn. So that would move. Well, no, that was 30 feet.
And the wolf, I'm assuming, is.
Yeah, I said, Juno, it wasn't me.
I move back. I
It
move
was
back.
him.
I move back as far as I can because I don't really have that much movement
Gotcha.
left. But
Cool.
that'll end my turn.
Alright. Sweet. Jib?
Alright.
Could have been better, but
It is what it is.
yeah.
Advantage on attacking this big ice dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta add my. Use the lightning bolt.
20 to hit.
That does hit.
Thank God. Alright. So. And because he's flanked and sneak, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, anytime you get an advantage, you get sneak attack.
4, 5, 7, 9, 24 damage? Is that right? Yeah, 24 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And 16 plus 11 to hit, 27 to hit. Is that the same?
Not sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah, just your base damage. And your rage modifier.
13. It's better.
Oh shit. There's not as many people there.
Yeah. Oh,
30 damage on the second hit.
30 damage. Cool. Wait, how is that one higher than your...
You rolled
Because I got
better.
a 12. I got a real low number on the
Oh,
first one.
okay.
You rolled like 2s and 4s on the
Alright,
first
you're
one.
also going to take 5 points of frost damage at the beginning of your turn.
Is that halved or just straight?
It's just
If you have, do you have resistance against frost?
Nah, I didn't know if it worked with raging or not.
It's just bludgeoning, slashing, piercing.
And how much did you say was the second attack?
30.
Okay.
I got a 6 and a 12 plus the 9 plus whatever the fuck that was.
Basically, you rolled much better. than your first
Yeah,
one.
my first was all real low.
Alright, and then is there anything else you wanted to do?
Nah, I'm gonna hang out so we can keep advantage for everybody.
Thank you. Everybody always is up there, uses advantage for themselves, and then runs away and leaves me alone.
Hey
Not
man,
thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm a little
Hit.
baby.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. And then the second
I'm
one
protecting the hero.
is
Yeah,
I'm always there being a fake tank.
26 to hit.
Yeah, I can always rely on Swage being
Most
there with me.
definitely.
Okay.
I think Kaz to move over 5 feet.
I gotta protect our healer.
First attack.
Who's attacking?
He's attacking Jacob.
Did he make his, at the start of his turn, make his save on my Spirit Guardians?
Probably not.
Get 19 plus numbers.
That
Probably.
save, so he takes half of 26, so 13. Radiant.
Okay. Take 29 points of damage for the first attack. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna parry that first one. See?
Okay.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna try and
Alright.
break into the first
29 divided by 2 is
one. 15, 14.
14 to round him down.
what?
That's the last one. Awesome. Thanks. No, that wasn't sarcastic. I promise. I always end up taking that whole pan of brownies home, and then I eat them all. So. I ate them all tonight instead.
Yeah, the peanut butter. That's it.
I'll make them
It's going to be
again.
32 points for the second attack.
It's a 16. Ooh, I get to do stuff.
Bring my teenager next week.
Okay.
Go fucking
Kaz,
kill
you're up.
Lisa.
So I'm gonna attack the big ice guy down there
Okay.
first.
At the start of your turn, you're going to take 4 points.
That's not half, is it?
No.
First attack. Gonna be 19 to hit. The big guy.
Yeah, that'll hit.
How do I get to do this?
I was wondering what you were talking about in that number. You get to do something for what below whatever.
19 damage for
Okay.
the first one. Uh, 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
6.
I'm going to sleep here, man.
Right?
Yeah, thank you. Very peaceful fight. No.
16 damage for that second one.
Yep.
The big one?
Yep.
So yeah, Kaz is just gonna like shatter its leg and get its head down to level. But when as its like crashing down, I'm gonna be like swinging up at the same time, so that it like meet and crush each other, or the hammer crushes its head.
It's called the meet and greet.
Gross.
I'm
After
disturbingly proud.
Alright, cool. Let's see.
And then I'll
next up-
move.
Oh,
Then I'll move. I'll just move over one spot here.
Valdez, Brazil, cut it out. Okay, Silas.
So this is going to hop over, run up to the dude, try to stab him.
You got advantage.
You say so confused.
Still gotta try.
I know. You got advantage.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yay. He needs save versus poison DC 17.
Yep.
Oh crap. CG8.
Come on. No, you're good. He fails.
Okay, I'll get to that damage in a second. Regular damage is 10.
Okay.
Come on, Dicer, you can do your job today.
You better.
7.
Like I said, they're coming.
Only count if it rolls on the
Although they're going to be upset because you guys are.
They all gotta go together.
They do.
The dice are ready to do their job. That's
They were like,
10.
that's why they wanted to come over. This guy had to eat the last one.
Like I said, I ate so many.
Though.
Like I said, nobody ever. Like I always end up taking the whole pan home anyway.
28,
So
38 poison.
Let's go.
Tell me how you kill him.
Yay!
Yeah, look at Silas.
Just like I
murder.
stab him and then look like. I feel the blade kind of drop as he goes down. I pull the blade out and go. Yeah. Then I will.
Silas got a kill.
Then I'll move over the rest of my movement to that guy.
Okay, cool.
And that's me.
Pele?
Switch.
Or Switch, sorry.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to use the poison. I was afraid everything's gonna die, and I'm like,
Let's try booming blade with advantage, right?
Yep.
Natural 20 again.
Nice.
That's 3 natural 20s tonight.
End it.
That's a lot of dice.
End him.
It's like 4.
fuck them up.
Do it.
By the way, guys, that's my mom right there.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you guys are
I'm
good.
so sorry.
I told them that the boys have been here all week, so
Yeah,
And they're
they've
coming
been
back.
looking for bugging me. It's like we gotta go around. I said,
were you able to get the dog
I'm
food or not?
surprised you didn't kick them out sooner.
Right?
I have a difficult time. Even though they are there aggravating me and screaming, I can't let them go. But he's willing to take the punishment. More power to him.
It's a grandma thing.
I just let them have fun down here.
Yeah.
As long as they keep, and you guys
He's
saw
a
the
fun
house
uncle.
when you came over.
Oh.
They've been keeping
He
it.
is really cool with it. He's more patient with someone else's kid than his own.
That's true.
oh, that's because they go away after a while. You're stuck with yours. I'm always better with other people's kids than
Yeah.
ours. Oh, you frustrate me because I'm gonna have to put up
How
with
much
you
damage?
again.
Right?
So-
Oh my god.
49 damage on the booming blade.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Plus, if it's the same goblin I've been hitting with the spiritual weapon, that's another 11. So 60 points of damage.
60 points?
Yeah.
Tell me how you kill it.
So right now there's lightning, thunder, psychic, fire, radiant, bludgeoning, force damage, all happening at the same time. There's just like this
You kill it
cacophony of
with confusion. It's
Your
like, I
copy of
don't know which
confusion.
one.
Alright.
It hurt itself and itself.
We'll go ahead. We'll end it there because Caleb does have to get going. So that, as always, appreciate you guys for coming. And would you guys dislike, think it can be improved? We'll go around the room first.
So always like combat. Really like the RP stuff in the village. I like the more serious tone. Even though I do like goofing around and stuff too, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, overall is really everything was really great.
Nice. Thanks. Pele?
I've been dreading / looking forward to this all week just because of everything that Pele went through, and so there was a lot of hard choices that I had to make, and I always love that it's a game of chance, and you can just roll the dice and find out which way it can go. So yeah, I really like the tone that we're going into, and honestly, the moment Espador showed up was so perfect.
I know.
That was
great. Yeah.
And Pele, being super emotional and seeing him, I was just oh, this is so perfect. And then
Yeah, Dad showed up.
that dream, super daunting. super daunting.
Yeah.